Don't miss it. Tickets available now at ColoradoAvalanche.com.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente, with Kaiser Permanente specialists, pharmacists, and more under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, better idea for healthcare. Welcome back to your Avs pregame show, brought to you by Ramos Laws. The Avs get set to take on the Islanders tonight. They'll have a few days off before they close out the four-game homestand with a visit from the Rangers on Thursday. But then they go back-to-back on the weekend again, Saturday night and Sunday night. Saturday night, they'll face Nashville. Sunday night, they'll take on Chicago in Chicago before returning home to host the San Jose Sharks. So that's what your upcoming schedule looks like for your Colorado Avalanche. Let's now take a look at the injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney, visit ramoslaw.com. For the Avs out tonight, Yoel Kiviranta, Val Nichushkin, and Logan O'Connor. That's your injury report brought to you by Ramos Law. Car accident, you need Ramos Law. Medical doctor and attorney, visit ramoslaw.com. All right, let me tell you what's going on in the NHL tonight. Actually, before we tell you what's going on in the NHL tonight, let's pause for station identification, brought to you by Berg Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Light night on the ice, just 5 total games. We've already got 3 finals, 1 game going on right now. The Pittsburgh Penguins in the Global Series beat the Predators this morning. 4-0 Penguins get the win in that one. Sidney Crosby with a goal. The Vancouver Canucks with a win over the Lightning because Vancouver scored 5 goals in the third period to win it 6-2. Quinn Hughes, a 4-point game. All 4 points assists in that one as the Canucks just exploded in that third period. The Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights, well, it's a 3-point game in the West because this thing went to overtime, and it would be the Minnesota Wild winning it in overtime 3-2 against the Golden Knights. And the one game that's going on right now is the Detroit Red Wings and the New York Rangers. They are about to start the third period, and it is tied 1-1. Zibanejad and DeBrincat with the goals in that game. We will continue with the Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Law after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
We're up all night to get lucky. Avs faithful, sweaters are on, skates are laced. The Avalanche are ready for tonight's game. Are you? Stay out of the penalty box by choosing aluminum for your favorite beverage. Let's go all in for the Avalanche.
The winning streak is alive.
All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Ryan House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Ryan House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Ryan House is your home for the home teams. Ryan House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners, but before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This is Todd Frayton's heart. He's begun his wellness journey. This is its sound on a treadmill. At a slight incline. On a stroll through the forest. And this is the heart of Maria Sanchez, his physician. What's it doing here? A lot, actually. Because when we partner with you, we don't just offer a strategic plan and status updates. We put our hearts into it, beat for beat. We call it the power of we. Intermountain Health.
This is your Colorado Avalanche pregame show on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back as we wrap up your Avalanche pregame show presented by Ramos Lab right before puck drop between the Avs and the Islanders. More scores around the world of sports. In the NFL, the Denver Broncos were hosting the Kansas City Chiefs today, and the Broncos get a walk-off field goal to beat the Chiefs 22-19. The Broncos have won 8 straight games. They are 6-0 at home. They are 9-2 on the season, and they push Kansas City down to 500. The Chiefs are now 5-5 on the season. They're just 1-4 on the road as the Broncos with a massive win in that one. Bo Nix was 24 of 37, 295 yards. Jaleel McLaughlin rushed for a touchdown for the Broncos in this one. Will Lutz kicked 5 field goals, including the game winner. Patrick Mahomes, 276 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in the loss as the Broncos have it on cruise control right now. The games that are going, well, there's Sunday Night Football going on right now. It's Eagles and Lions. They played 1 quarter, and Philadelphia's got the 3-0 lead in that one right now. Finals from today in the NFL. This morning in Madrid, the Dolphins and the Commanders would go to overtime, and it would be Miami winning it in overtime, 16-13. The Panthers and Falcons also went to overtime. Panthers are now 6-5 after an overtime win in Atlanta, 30-27. Carolina gets the win in that one. Bryce Young threw for 448 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game. He threw for he was 31 of 45 for 448 yards in those 3 touches. Kirk Cousins had to come in for Michael Penix Jr. in this game. The Buffalo Bills got a win over the Buccaneers in a high-scoring affair. The Bills scored 23 points in the second half to get the 44-32 win over Tampa Bay. The Bills now 7-3. Josh Allen, 317 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game. The Houston Texans beat the Titans, but who doesn't do that? The Titans are 1-9. Tennessee is still yet to win at home. They're 0-5 at home as the Texans get them 16-13. Davis, you can't stop Davis Mills, 274 yards and a touchdown. Bears beat the Vikings in Minnesota. Chicago, the 19-17 win as the Vikings tried a furious comeback there in the fourth quarter that came up short. The Green Bay Packers beat the Giants in New York. The Packers win that one 27-20 as Jameis Winston gets the loss there for New York in that contest. The Jaguars beat the Chargers. I mean, they beat up the Chargers. Jacksonville with the 35-6 win in that one. Trevor Lawrence didn't throw for a bunch of yards. Well, hold on. Let me make sure. Trevor Lawrence, 14-22, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in that game. The Rams beat the Seahawks. The Rams continue to roll. They're 8-2 with the 21-19 win over Seattle. Sam Darnold was 29-44, 279 yards, and 4 interceptions. Man threw 4 picks. Matthew Stafford threw for 2 touchdown passes in the game, but Darnold with 4 interceptions. The Niners got a win over the Cardinals, 41-22 San Francisco. The Baltimore Ravens beat the Cleveland Browns 23-16. Dale and Gabriel got hurt in this game. Shadur Sanders came in for his first action for Cleveland, but the Ravens win it, and the Browns fall to 2-8 on the season. But it's time right now to get it on. It's the Avs and the Islanders. Puck drop next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Avs faithful. This is Devon Taves. Face-Off is coming up next on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Visit Century Casino and Hotel every weekend this November to get a jump on the holidays. Win free play and a gift card for a free turkey every Saturday and Sunday in our Gobble Gobble Progressives. Plus, on Fridays, stop in to earn the gift of the week. This month, we're giving away Master Chef kitchen items to make the holidays special. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the Central City Parkway. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/1/25.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com.
Hey, take a look in the mirror this morning. Guys, you've worked so hard to be a journeyman electrician. I'm sure you're proud of what you do. People tell you that you're one of the best, but your pay and benefits, they don't say that. It's time for you to call my friends over at IBEW Local 68 so you can earn at least $46 per hour, plus over $20 an hour in benefits. Guys, I want you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 68, or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
The Altitude Sports Radio Network welcomes you to Colorado Avalanche hockey. It's an epic day of sports in Colorado, and Connor McGahey is at the center of it all and working overtime.
Hard work pays off, kids.
It's time to take the party indoors. Let's go, Avs.
Breakaway. Natchez in the circle. He's gone. Colton down low. And Brock Nelson scores. Tic-tac-toe meets hockey. Brindley, near side circle. He's gone! For Landeskog, you betcha!
It's the Avalanche and Islanders now. From Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. With Eric Johnson, here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey.
Try to take that one back.
On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Greetings, programs, and welcome a mile above sea level. I'm Connor McGahey, and this is a Colorado Avalanche hockey night. The Avs are halfway through a 4-game homestand, and so far, so good. Wins against the Ducks and Sabres lead us to tonight, and the red-hot Islanders, who have won 4 in a row, all on the road, 3 straight in overtime. There are familiar faces on both benches, from Nelson to Taves, Patrick Waugh to Ray Bennett. Once the puck drops in a moment, nobody will be friendly. So put on your listening sweaters for the Avs and Islanders. Force of nature versus isolated landmass inhabitant. Live for your listening pleasure around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. The Avs second line of Ross Colton, Gavin Brindley, and Brock Nelson will start things off. Nelson played 901 games with the New York Islanders. This is his first game against them, and he'll win the faceoff away from Bo Horvat at center ice, which is no easy task. Avs in burgundy and blue going right to left. The Islanders white, blue, and orange. Unfortunately, like the NFL team here in town today, will go the opposite direction. Failed clearance, Islanders. Second try gets it off the boards. Emil Heineman involved in that Noah Dobson trade. Tries to get it across the blue line. It's Horvat who's still in the zone, and the whistle blows. With 19:33 to go in our first period. No shots or goals. Now it's Barzell who will go out there for the draw against Nathan McKinnon. And Barzell will win this one. Islanders will send it deep wide of Scott Wedgwood, overskated by Taves, another former Islander. Late round pick. You wouldn't think that now. Top defensive pair for Team Canada. Speaking of such, here's Cale Makar. Natchez, near side for Taves. Has to regroup. McKinnon had the puck bounce off his stick. Now he's able to get it back and send it deep in his own zone. Avs will regroup with a minute gone in the first period. Both teams will change. Makar for Taves. He emerges from behind his own net, hits the blue line wide right. Now at center, it's Cale Makar who wants it around right to left. Pajot applying pressure. Here comes Victor Olofsson. Pops loose for Alexander Romanov. Somehow Pajot able to kick it to his stick down the near side boards. The Sams out there. Sam Malinsky and Gerard Landeskog. Back to take it away. Head now for Jack Drury. Third line on the ice for the Avalanche. Drury will backhand it deep in Islander territory. Now Landeskog arrives to shovel it up the near side boards. Pinching as Gerard sends it back down to the corner. Avs outnumbered there, but it pops loose anyhow. It's Olofsson leaves it for Drury. Doesn't take the shot. Now he lets it go. Landeskog was knocked over in front. It's deflected in on Sorokin. I believe the whistle blew. Hard to hear way up here. And it did in fact go. Play stops 18-17 to go in the first period. First shot of the game. No score just yet. Tonight's opening puck drop brought to you by Century Casino. Find the hottest slots and electronic table game action at Century Casino and Hotel. 1 mile from Blackhawk in scenic, walkable Central City. Welcome to the winner's zone. So Bednar goes second line, first line, third line, and now fourth line. Bardakov chased from the circle. So here comes Parker Kelly out there with Taylor McCarr. His third NHL game. Face-off won by Kelly. McCarr can't get there. And the Islanders will hoist it back into the Colorado zone. Icing waved off. Malinsky feeling some pressure there. Now it's Shabanov to the point. Shot from distance. Save made by Wedgwood. Cruising from right to left. He's able to hang on as Adam Pelech let it rip. Fourth line for the Islanders on the ice. That was Callum Ritchie. Drafted by the Colorado Avalanche. 27th overall in 2023. He was the piece that went the other way for Brock Nelson. Only 1 point in the National Hockey League. It came with the Avalanche. It was a goal in a 6-2 loss against the New York Islanders. Face-off won by the Isle. D'Angelo in front, and it's tipped in by Emil Heineman. He scores. Scott Wedgwood saying that this is a kicking motion, and it may be falling on deaf ears. Heineman, who really had nothing going for him from an outsider's view in Montreal, was traded with 2 firsts for Noah Dobson. And boy, this is 100% a redirect, and that's done on purpose. Heineman knows exactly what he's doing. It isn't just turning the skate, and it's not winding up and pulling back. This feels like a kick to me, but seeing as how video reviews have gone against the Avalanche this season, I would not count on it coming back. So referees Chris Lee and Francis Sharon are over there, and my spidey sense is correct. It's allowed to stand, which fans, as you can hear, don't like. First shot of the game for the Islanders. Boy, I mean, I played soccer. I know what a kicking motion is. And that was one. But it stands. 1-0 Islanders. Weird goal. Brock Nelson off the boards. Out to center ice. And we get an icing call. And you can hear how the crowd feels about Francis Sharon and Chris Lee. And probably more specifically, the War Room back in Toronto. The headset never went on Chris Lee or Francis Sharon. They just went over to the penalty box to the NHL off-ice official who was talking with the War Room in Toronto, who, well, let's be honest, has made some strange decisions this season, and we'll add that one to the list. 17:43 to go in the first. Now they say shots are 2-0 Islanders. Avs have at least one, so they're a mess here early on. Paul Mary. Seems like he's been in the league for about 3.5 decades. Dispossessed by Josh Manson. Ahead for Burns. 3-on-2 here for the Avalanche. Burns wide left for Ross Colton. Sends it towards the net. Burns was held up and hit a stanchion. And now Burns will work it free. He has it in the corner. Nice play by Burns. But he turns back up the wall into traffic. Dispossessed here. Ross Colton off the steal from Brock Nelson. Shot on target. Save made by Ilya Sorokin. And he'll glove it with 17:16 to go in the first. 1-0 Islanders. Sorokin 6-4-2 on the season, 2.90 goals against, 8.98 save percentage, 2-2-2 all time versus the Avalanche. Goals against about the same at 2.93, save percentage up there 9.22, and one of the 2 victories included a shutout. McKinnon will knock it down. Another failed clearance as Lehkonen sends it behind the net. Natchez is there. Glove down by Alexander Romanov. Puts it in between the circles in the zone. Another turnover. Natchez has it high in the zone. Marty Natchez. McKinnon got run over. Able to pop back to his feet. Should have been an interference call there, but it's missed. And now it's skated out to center ice by the Islanders. For whatever reason, it's always tough to play against NYI. And it's a team that missed the postseason by 9 points last year to the Montreal Canadiens for that final wild card spot in the East. Matthew Barzal around the center circle, now down the near flank. Nobody home. Devon Taves will take over. Taves up the far boards. Olofsson tapped it up and not out. Glove down by Taves. Into the path of Jack Drury. 2-on-3 to the Islander line. Boy, they say that's offside. Didn't look like it, but looks like Travis Toomey disagrees. 16:22 to go in the first. 1-0 Islanders on a kicked-in goal from Emil Heineman, who now has 9 goals already, 19 career goals for Heineman. With Montreal, played 66 games. He only scored 10. Already has 9 and 19 with his new team. First point ever in his third game against the Avalanche. Face-off won by the Islanders in the neutral zone. D'Angelo off the near window. Canceled out by Colorado, and now he'll send it in. Walensky picks it up behind his own net. Sam Girard ahead. Cross-check from D'Angelo into the back of Jack Drury. We play on. Pajot back to pick it up. Right side circle. Now Pelech working the corner. Sends it ahead. Avs getting away. Sam Girard will glove it down. Had an assist in his first game back from injury 2 nights ago. Only his third game of the year. This is number 4. Islanders bring it ahead. Schaefer near side for Shabanov. He lost an edge. Threw it in the slot. Cizikas will tap it back for Schaefer. Now Cizikas far side half wall. That pass in the blue paint misses. Pelech has it. Pelech to the point. Recovering is Shabanov, but it's back in the neutral zone, and now Schaefer looks over his right shoulder. Youngest player in NHL history, by the way, to score an overtime winner. That happened in Utah the other night. Taylor McCarr couldn't handle the puck, but he's doing some weird things early on. Avs are offside again because the Islanders play the neutral zone trap. They stack 4 guys at the blue line, and it's one of those games where you're grateful that you're listening to it and not watching it. 15:20 to go in the first. They still have not given the Avalanche credit for a shot on goal. I saw one with my own eyes. In this game, brought to you by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Avalanche on Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Girard out the faceoff lane. Walensky will send it around right to left. Near side wall, Ross Colton. Romanov. Brindley got there first. Brindley for Brock Nelson. Tries to poke it deep. Nelson stays with it. He took a stick in the chops. And this is going to be a power play for the Colorado Avalanche. Is it 2 minutes or 4 minutes? Francis Sharon checking on him. Nelson is back to his skates, by the way. He's fine. Hard to tell who it was. Let's see who it was.
New York, number 24, minor penalty for high sticking.
So just 2 minutes on Scott Mayfield, who played his college hockey here in the Mile High City at the University of Denver. So he'll sit as, he just slapped Brock Nelson in the right cheek. So the Avalanche will go on the power play. They were 0 for 2 versus Buffalo the other night, 12 for 69 on the season. But 9 of those 12 have come here on home ice. Islanders have given up 3 power play goals only on their last 31 times shorthanded, over 90%. So it's the best it's been all year. McCarr, drop pass for Natchez. He'll approach the red line. Lost the handle on the puck. Leaves it open Nate to McKinnon. Got around 1. Gets around 2. Near side boards Lehkonen. Has it on his forehand. To the point, and Cale McCarr walking the blue line. McCarr holding. Shimmies. Now keeps it himself. Returns to McKinnon. Near side circle down low. Backdoor feed is there. It's returned to McKinnon. Gave it away. Pajot. We'll dumb it down. Horvat 14, not 44. You would assume it's Pajot because he's scored 2 shorthanded goals already this season. The Islanders tied for the NHL lead with Jersey with 4 total. Natchez drops it. McKinnon across the line. Near side boards Lehkonen. Backwards for Natchez. Throws over Cale McCarr. Nice escape Now down to the corner, bottom of the near circle for Nathan McKinnon. Keeps it himself. Up top for McCarr. Doesn't take the shot. Now he lets it go. Misses the net. Minute gone in the power play. McKinnon wards off a man. Now at the bumper, Lehkonen back for McCarr all the way over Olofsson. Has a man in front. McCarr wants the one-timer. Can't get him the puck. Turns it down deep for Lehkonen. Now it's Olofsson back up top. McCarr holding, shooting, missed the net again. Try to go stick side on Sorokin. Knocked down by the Islanders. They can't clear. Olofsson back up top. 33 seconds to go in the power play. McCarr over for Olofsson. One-timer, he got underneath it. Didn't get it clean. McKinnon returns it up top. McCarr couldn't get there in time. And the Avalanche will do the Islanders a favor. 22 seconds to go in the power play. Had some good looks down low, but they wanted to generate the shot from up top. Nelson on the charge with the second unit out there. Landeskog will get it. Turns it to the point, and Devon Taves back down to the circle, and Brindley. 5 seconds left. Brindley has it. Right-handed shot near side circle. Landeskog, backhander towards the net, block. Brindley again lets it go. Save made by Sorokin. I wonder if the third shot on goal will actually go on the board. Power play's over, by the way. We'll take a timeout. 13:03 to go in the first. Islanders scored one that should not have counted, but they say it does anyhow. 1-0 NYI over the Avalanche. This is Hockey Fights Cancer Night on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's an epic weekend of sports, Denver.
Let's go!
The Nuggets and Timberwolves.
Get at me!
The Avs and Islanders.
The #1 team in the National Hockey League.
And the Broncos and Chiefs. We are going to be reacting with you all day tomorrow. Kaner kicks it off at 6 in the morning on a Rally House Football Monday. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane will be ranting at 7.
We got some outstanding stuff over the weekend to discuss.
And Adam Schefter jumps on at 9.
Just like we drew it up.
On Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
McKinnon's got some room. He scores!
Avs faithful, gear up for game day with Altitude Authentics.
Neil McCarr walking the high slot. He lets it go, and he scores! Oh, hail, Kale!
Get the best selection and best prices on Avalanche merchandise by shopping in store at Ball Arena Monday to Saturday or online anytime at AltitudeAuthentics.com.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.03 to go in the first period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Avalanche. Altitude Sports Radio is giving away tickets to see the Avs every Tuesday. This week, you can win tickets to see the Rangers this Thursday night. Listen for keywords on the 20s all day for Avs Ticket Tuesdays, Altitude Sports Radio 92.5. Nelson will take the face-off. Left side of the ice, right side of Sorokin. Won by the Islanders. Pellick behind the net. Far side boards. Freed up by Sam Girardi at his stick held. Again, play continues. Back for D'Angelo. He'll curl behind the Islander net. Pursued by Brock Nelson. D'Angelo has to leave it for Matthew Barzal. Through the legs of the forechecker. Islanders out the window and back to the red line. Holmstrom leaves it for Barzal. Hacked at by Nelson. He keeps the Islanders at bay. D'Angelo back in his own zone. Pass misses for Holmstrom. There should be icing on the Islanders, and it is. 12:34 to go in the first period. New York 1, Avs nothing. Any rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without the written consent of the Avalanche National Hockey League. Burke Simpson Injury Lawyers reminds you that when the game is on the line, call 303-790-2525. If you've been injured, contact Burke Simpson. Good lawyers, changing lives. Face off to the left of Sorokin now. One cleanly by McKinnon. Back from McCarr, room to shoot. Lets it go. Blocked in front. Rebound. Lehkonen can't get there as the Islanders swarm the crease. And now they'll skate it out. Avs Had to play this one dirty tonight because nothing is clean with the New York Islanders. Natchez snakes into the New York zone. Shot tried to go 5-hole. Mishandled by Sorokin, but he made the save anyhow. McKinnon and Lehkonen combined to keep the puck on the Islanders' side of the blue line for a moment. Able to get it back in the neutral zone once it got there. And now Taves will regain possession and look ahead. Taves along the red line for McCarr. Near side for Olofsson. That misses. Too complicated from the Avs right now. Shots are 2 apiece. Score is 1-0 Islanders. Colorado ices the puck 11:54 to go in the first period. Again, down 1-0. Wedgwood thought it was a kicking motion. So did Brent Burns. But Wedgwood tied his career best winning streak at 5 games. During the 5 at 2.0 goals against, .927 save percentage. Half of his league-leading 10 victories, 2 more than any other goalie, and more than 19 teams have total so far this season. Scott Wedgwood alone. Taves trying to dig it out with Olofsson far side corner. It is stuck there as Callum Ritchie is waiting for it to pop loose. Ritchie has it. Near side half wall. Ritchie turns it back down deep. Blocked for a moment. Shabanov has it. Over for Romanov. Rims it all the way around. Ritchie leaves it for Mayfield. Pitching down for the point. He's checked by Landeskog. Puck comes loose for a moment. Landeskog stays with it. The Avs hack it off the near side boards. But Ritchie got it back. Landeskog again trying to get away from Casey Cizikas. Now he has the puck with some clarity. And Cale Makar will hit it 3-on-2. With Olofsson, McCarr to the blue line. Drop pass, Nathan McKinnon. He's got room. McKinnon. Landeskog had hopped over a stick, and then he fell over. Landeskog back from his knees. Behind the net. Someone just needs to shoot the puck. Avs trying to pass the puck in, and it's not working. 10:48 to go in the first. Shots are 2 apiece. Score is 1-0 Islanders. 9th goal of the season from Emil Heineman. Palmieri to the Avalanche line, blocked by Parker Kelly, turned back in front. And somehow Heineman was able to get it. D'Angelo again, back down for Palmieri in the circle, through the crease, and that misses. Pelech will pick up far point. Heineman roughed up by Parker Kelly in the corner. Kelly stays with him, puck comes loose. Brent Burns has it, stick handles away from danger, and then stick handles into danger. He gets knocked over. Hit thrown by Josh Manson, puck is loose, it's behind him in his skates. Big night for Josh Manson. It's 2 years, just over 2 years since lost his mother, Lana. Shot from Bo Horvat misses, and that will carry him all the way back into the Islanders zone. Halfway through our first period, Islanders 1-0 turnover here. Brindley tried to cut down the slot, and it got away from him as Barzell will head the other way. Barzell, 1-on-1 with Sam Girard, shot on, and a save made by Scott Wedgwood as the rebound falls right in his glove. We'll take a timeout. 9:40 to go in the first. Islanders 1, Avs nothing. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado. The Avalanche bring the heat on the ice. And now you can bring that same winning shine to your ride at Cobblestone Car Wash. Whether it's snow, slush, or road grime, Cobblestone's got you covered with over 43 locations and unlimited wash memberships that pay for themselves in just 2 visits. We'll keep your car looking fresh off the power play all season long. Cobblestone Car Wash, official car wash of the Colorado Avalanche.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners, but before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
9:40 to go in the first period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche trail the Islanders on a kick goal by Emil Heineman with the engineer extraordinaire Alan Baca. Chris Mitchell and Mark Bertoli back in our NHL Tonight studios. I'm someone of less consequence. Our pleasure to bring you this third of 4 games on the homestand for Colorado, first of 2 this season, versus the New York Islanders. Barzal will be asked to leave. Face-off in the Avalanche zone, left side of Wedgwood. In comes Jonathan Drouin. 2-year, $4 million per deal with the Islanders. Obviously spent some time here in Colorado. 122 games, 30 goals, 93 points. 19 goals in 2023-24 with the Avs. That was the second most of his career. 20-goal scorer one time with the Montreal Canadiens. Puck went out of play. Face-off in front of the Islander bench. The left of the two here at Ball Arena. From our point of view, anyhow. Nelson trying to win it away from Barzal, who's allowed to stay. Barzal will win this one. As Drouin will tip it ahead. It escaped, bounces at center ice. Holmstrom gloves it down. And here's Jonathan Drouin with a nifty little play down the slot. Couldn't get a shot away. Rotates it back up top for Romanov. That misses. And now it's axed by Ross Colton, but not out of the zone. Drop pass. Drouin has it stolen by Ross Colton. He's on his horse. 2-on-2 with Brindley. Colton tried to move down low. Stabbed away from him at the last second. And now the puck is cleared by the Islanders. Holmstrom into the belly of Barzal to his left, and Drouin, he hacks at it, but now Brindley able to steal the other way. Brindley works at center ice to kick it loose. Islanders have it back in their possession, 8:45 to go in the first period. Colorado trails 1-0. Nathan McKinnon. Now Natchez in the corner. Natchez with some room, throws on the brakes out in front. McKinnon had it for a moment. And it's hacked away from him as Cale Makar will pick it up back in his own zone. Makar now for Taves. Taves on the forecheck. Kicks it free. And now Natchez at the near wall. McKinnon out to center ice. Backhand pass too far in front of Cale Makar. Lobbed back in by Emil Heineman. Horvat escapes the hit of Nathan McKinnon. Horvat behind the net. Horvat off the far boards. Pelech with a drive. Save made Wedgwood. Lost the rebound. And it's cleared to the far wall. Pelech will try again. It's deflected off of 3 people, including Emil Heineman. Finally, Colorado clears it back to the neutral zone. Now it's arced back in by the Islanders. Taves near side half wall. And now Lehkonen will get to the red line. And dump it in. Olofsson trying to get there first. Behind the net, Pajot got in the way. Olofsson stole it, but it goes off a leg and right to Anthony Duclair, who wears Brock Nelson's number 11. This is sent in. Behind the net, Mayfield. 7:23 to go in the first period. Shots are 4-3 Islanders. They lead 1-0. This is a missed pass. Icing is waved off. Duclair touched that on his side of the red line. Definition of icing is exactly that. Okay, then. I'm done. Landeskog on the forecheck. Puts his man down to the ice. Comes loose for the Islanders. Cizikas in front of the Colorado bench. He'll get it deep as Josh Manson. As Shabanov arriving. Manson pinches Shabanov up against the boards, but Bardakov throws his shoulder into Callum Ritchie and steals the puck away. Ritchie puts his stick on Bardakov's hands. Avs try and skate the puck out. They can't clear the zone. Pollock down low. Tipped on. Save made by Scott Wedgwood. And the diminutive Shabanov tries to throw a cross-check on Brent Burns, who said, "Oh, I forgot you were there. You may go now." 6:41 to go in the first period. 1-0 NYI. Tonight's Avalanche game brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. With Kaiser Permanente, specialists, pharmacists, and more are under one roof. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare. Barzal again out there against Brock Nelson. Barzal wins it. Matthew Schaefer trying to get away from that high Colorado pressure. Avs don't seem to have a ton of legs in the early going. Cale Makar throws a hit and gets the puck out to center ice. Schaefer to the center dot. Now they go backwards. D'Angelo for Schaefer left flank. Now we'll play backwards for D'Angelo. Holmstrom ahead. Barzell will get to it first in the corner ahead of Cale Makar. Barzell throws on the brakes, gets around Makar. Barzell now behind the net, wants the wraparound. Still Barzell. Makar stays with him. Barzell's got to pass the puck at some point. Gave it away, but able to work to get it back. Lob pass to the corner, and it's too much Barzell. Brindley on the outlet. Plays it deep, avoids the hit of Pollock. D'Angelo there to get the dump in. 5:53 to go in the first. Islanders have controlled really the entire first period. They give it away here as Lehkonen works it deep. Help on the ice from Natchez. Natchez back behind the cage. It was blocked at first, and now Lehkonen, frees it up for Sam Girard. And Girard reached for the puck. It either went under his stick or was just off target. Now Girard into the path of Natchez. Far side circle Natchez. The goal of the goal line. Now behind the net. Centers it for Nathan McKinnon. And the Islanders collapse all 5 bodies into the house. Makes it hard for anybody to get anything. As Sam Girard will backhand it in. Pellick there first. Mayfield, a free exit for the Islanders. Anders Lee, his first touch of the puck. Pajot will bounce it in. Wide of Wedgwood. Anders Lee has it taken away, but it goes right to Pajot. Up top for Romanov. To his left. And Schaefer down low. Schaefer wants the wraparound. Throws it in front. Chances blocked by McKinnon. And he'll storm ahead 3-on-3. McKinnon ahead for Manson. Leaves it for Olofsson. Olofsson further behind. Avs are overpassing in a big way. Avs taken away at the Islanders' blue line. Landeskog near side boards for Brent Burns. Can he get it in? Yes. Pokes it around Schaefer. The youngest player in the NHL and the oldest player in the NHL shoulder to shoulder. Landeskog. Now for Taves. Holding near side for Jack Drury. That's red. The Avs just have to start shooting the puck. Zizekas throws the hit on Drury. Avs keep it alive. Burns towards the net. That misses by a mile. Pinching his Taves again. Behind the cage is Olofsson off his backhand. Now Landeskog will one-handed free. Landeskog for Olofsson. He taps it deep. Got held up. Plays it back to the point. Burns going off. Cale Makar on. Waits to touch the puck to avoid the too many men. Now Taves ahead for Gabe Landeskog. Down low for Jack Drury. Trying to get through Pellick. Landeskog back up top for Taves. Quickly across from Makar. Too hot for him to handle. And now it's picked up by Shabanov. Looks to be offside to me, but Pollock brings it ahead. Tipped on. Save made by Wedgwood. Pollock got his own rebound, but left it behind the Avalanche net. 3:36 to go in our first period. Barzell shrugs off Brindley. Now Pellick with a drive, looking for the rebound off the back of the cage. Drouin able to get a glove to it. Now it's another shot on target. Wedgwood will make the save. He'll hang on. We'll take a timeout. 3:21 to go in the first. Islanders out shooting the Avs, which is a bad side for them. I'll explain when we come back. Islanders 1, Avalanche nothing. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster, an outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your weather impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
For Marty Natchez, he's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick Plan. Pick any 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
2:21 to go in the first period. Paul Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Islanders have a 1-0 lead over the Avalanche. The 9th goal of the season from Emil Heineman. Face off right side of Wedgwood. It is Nelson against Bo Horvat. Horvat, 12 goals, leads the team along with his 23 points. 8-game point streak. Draw is won by Colorado Malinsky. He's got speed to the red line. To his right, and Nelson returns it to Malinsky's shot. Was there. Backhander from Ross Colton is saved by Sorokin. That's how it's done. Generate a rebound, and unfortunately, Ross Colton was too deep. This should be icing on the Islanders, and it is with 3:02 to go in the first period. They lead 1-0. Mentioned that out shooting teams is a bad thing for the Islanders. They're 1-5-1 when they outshoot the opposition, yet are 8-1 when they get outshot. They are up in that category, 6-5 currently on the Avalanche. Barnikov wins the draw. Palmieri able to get there first. I'm pretty sure this is Kyle Palmieri's 97th season in the National Hockey League. As the Islanders ice the puck again, 2:54 to go in the first period. He was the 26th overall pick in 2009 by the Anaheim Ducks, so that's why it feels like it's been an eternity, because it has. It's no Brent Burns draft, but then again, what is? Face off, one back for Burns. He winds and fires. Sorokin made the save, but couldn't handle the rebound. Hit by a high stick. Looked like the Islanders touched it first. Apparently not, so the face-off will be in the neutral zone with 2:46 to go, and an all of a sudden slow-moving first period here in the Mile High City. Off goes the fourth line. On pops the top line, along with Cale Makar and Devon Taves for the Avalanche. McKinnon the face-off against Barzal. And Barzal wins it again. Has he lost a face-off yet? Nope. 5 of 5 and make it 6 of 6 with that one. With Matthew Barzal. Islanders in their own zone at their own line. Schaefer darting into the Colorado end, swept away by Taves. Stick save made by Wedgwood. Cale Makar up the boards. Now it's pried loose. McKinnon wants the pass from Devon Taves. He's actually going to beat out the icing ahead of the youngster Schaefer. What a play by McKinnon. Throws it up the slot. Nate just went wide right. And now the Islanders may have some numbers the other way. Cale Makar got a stick in there. Barzal lobs it, knocked down out of midair. Landeskog has a man ahead. It was McKinnon and Makar. Pass was behind. Nathan McKinnon can't find it. Boy, it's just jumbly when you play the Islanders. Don't like it. Islanders with lead near side. Shot misses the net high and wide of Wedgwood. Pajot is there for the rebound. .47 to go in the period. Mayfield again from distance. Glove save made by Wedgwood, and he'll hang on this time with 1:44 to go in the period. Avalanche still down 1-0. Talk about face-offs this year for the New York Islanders. It's usually Bo Horvat that comes to mind when you talk about face-off percentage, or when you talk about guys who take a lot of draws. Obviously, Horvat takes the most, but Barzal is just 34% on the season, 100% tonight. Has taken it away again. Islanders with a ton of giveaways, but Colorado hasn't been able to make them pay yet. Burns, Manson, backwards now for Olofsson across the Islanders line. Olofsson a shot, glove save Sorokin, and he'll hang on with 1:21 to go in the first. It's 1-0 New York. Colorado will play all three New York teams in the state of New York, not the metro New York area, in a row, beating Buffalo here 6-3 on Thursday. Islanders tonight, and the Rangers are here on this next Thursday. Avs will have a very rare 3 straight days off at home. Face off, one back for Sam Girard. He's got room. Girard a shot at Brock Nelson in front. Girard works to get it behind the net. Puck rolled on Colton. Up the far wall. Colton back for Burns. Holding. Shooting. Got a deflection. It falls for Drury. Couldn't get a shot away. Drury for Nelson. Tried to turn it in front. He's knocked down. Pellick works it away from him. Colton throws a hit. Sam Girard thought about pinching. And that actually forces The Islanders into a mistake. Lobbed ahead by Burns. Schaefer with it, and he'll shrug out the forecheck of Brock Nelson. D'Angelo, Palmieri, back for Schaefer, right up the middle. Schaefer holding, shooting. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound falls for Natchez. Ahead for McKinnon. Got through him and got through Arturi Lehkonen out towards center ice. Blasted back in by the aisle. Burns far corner. Somebody blew a tire. Now Lehkonen into the path of Nathan McKinnon. 26 seconds to go in the period. Natchez holds. Throws on the brakes. Looking for help. The end around is Devon Taves. He's got room far circle. Taves centers it. It's blocked. Mayfield with it. Hounded by Nathan McKinnon. Romano takes it away. Didn't connect with anybody. This is going to be icing on the Islanders with 10 seconds to go in the first period. Shot 7 apiece. Score 1-0 for the bad guys. Schaefer on that last chance tried to go high. Stick side on Scott Wedgwood, who made the save. Rebound fell right in front of him, and his defenseman did the rest. Big draw here for McKinnon. Going against guess who? Matthew Barzal wins it. Back for Cale Makar, he holds. Devon Taves doesn't shoot. Now he does. Tipped in on Sorokin, he made the stop. Makar is there. Islanders send it the distance, but period 1 is done. Shots finished 7 apiece. But the Islanders get a questionable goal from Emil Heineman. It's 1-0 after 1. When we come back, Mark Bertnoli will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with Chris Mitchell. Get your scores from around the world of sports. We'll also talk with Avalanche defenseman Sam Malinsky. But after 20 minutes of play at Ball Arena, it's the Islanders 1 and the Avalanche 0. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back from McKinnon. Lets it go for Middlestat. That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next. Tough, man. On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood Electrical Workers, Local 68, or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan, 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Electroconvulsive therapy isn't as scary as it sounds. It changed my life. For years, I wrestled with a darkness that kept me from even leaving my house. I didn't know it was bipolar disorder. But since getting a diagnosis, an ECT, and thanks to the loving support of my wife, Nancy, I finally get to see everything I'd been missing.
Learn more about Mike's story at uchealth.org/tomorrow. UC Health. Live extraordinary.
Visit Century Casino and Hotel every weekend this November to get a jump on the holidays. Win free play and a gift card for a free turkey every Saturday and Sunday in our Gobble Gobble Progressives. Plus on Fridays, stop in to earn the gift of the week. This month, we're giving away Master Chef kitchen items to make the holidays special. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the Central City Parkway. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
That's it, man. That's it, man. No more. No more.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche intermission report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Welcome, along with Chris Mitchell. I'm Mark Bertinelli. We're coming to you live from the studios here in the Mile High City. And after one period of hockey, the Islanders lead the Avalanche by a score of 1-0. Coming up here in your first Animation Report, we will tell you about everything else that went on in the NHL today, as we had 5 games around the NHL. We, of course, have a ton of NFL games to tell you about, including the Broncos win over the Chiefs. We got some games in the NBA. Matter of fact, it's a pretty busy night in the NBA for some reason on this Sunday. We've got some top 25 hoops. We got everything going on. But first, let's listen to the highlights from the first period of this game. The Mile High City is cooking. The Avs are cooking. The Nuggets are cooking. The Broncos are cooking. Matter of fact, the Denver Broncos have yet to lose at home this season. The Denver Nuggets have yet to lose at home this season. The Colorado Avalanche have yet to suffer a regulation loss at home this season. Everything's coming up Mile High City. The Avs are playing game 3 of a 4-game homestand. They are on a 5-game winning streak as they welcome in the New York Islanders. The Islanders are on a 4-game winning streak of their own, including the last 3 all going into overtime, and all games that NYI would win. And now these two teams are right back at it. They're going to finish the season series here in just a couple of weeks' time. First week of December, the Avs will make that East Coast New York road trip where they take on the Islanders and the Rangers and the Flyers. All that comes up here pretty soon. So their season series with both the Islanders and the Rangers will be over, but this is game 1 of 2 between these two teams, and the lone goal in the first period came early. It was 2 minutes into the contest when the Islanders got on the board.
Face-off won by the Isle. D'Angelo in front, and it's tipped in by Emil Heineman. He scores. Scott Wedgwood saying that this is a kicking motion. So referees Chris Lee and Francis Sharon are over there, and my spidey sense is correct. It's allowed to stand, which fans, as you can hear, don't like. First shot of the game for the Islanders. 1-0 Islanders. Weird goal.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a kicking motion, but they say it's a good goal. Heineman at 2:05, and the New York Islanders go up 1-0. Not a whole lot of action in the first period. Not a lot of shots either. The shot totals after one, the Islanders with 7 total shots, the Avs with 7 total shots. Face-off win percentage, 56.5 for New York, 43.5 for the Avalanche. The Islanders did not go on the power play in the first period. The Avs 0 for 1 with the man advantage, and New York's got themselves the 1-0 lead after the opening 20 minutes. We will continue with your first Animation Report after a quick timeout right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
When you're hurt, your case isn't just about the law. It's about the medicine. I'm Dr. Joseph Ramos, emergency medicine physician and attorney. I know how injuries happen, how they impact your life, and how to prove it in court. Don't let your case be a guessing game. Ramos Law, the only firm led by a medical doctor and attorney. Come experience the doctor-lawyer difference.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
He scores! The Mac Attack is back, Jack!
Your Colorado Avalanche is back on home ice at Ball Arena. Watch Gabriel Landeskog, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, and the rest of the team bring the energy.
Marty Nature's a shot. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Don't miss it. Tickets available now at ColoradoAvalanche.com.
GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they're a result of dedication and the ambition to always move this country forward. We are professional grade. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models. See your local GMC dealer today. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/1/25.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your first intermission report. The Islanders with the 1-0 lead over the Avalanche. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and pause for station identification, brought to you by Burke Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Let's head on back to Ball Arena, where Connor McGahey is standing by with one of the Avs players. Connor.
Thanks very much. Joined downstairs by Sam Malinsky. Avs trail the Islanders 1-0 after one. That feel like a kick into you, or am I just making stuff up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a ref, so I don't entirely know the rules, but it looked like a kick or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right, but guys feel like you're down 1-0, but how do you feel like you're playing in the first period?
I think we have a lot more in the tank. I don't think we played our best hockey that period, but I got 2 more here.
5-game win streak, though. You guys, what has changed? I think mentally, maybe in your approach in these 5 games is maybe early on in the season. You've been the best team in the National Hockey League pretty much the whole year, but is something different during this win streak?
I think we're just being consistent. Like, we're bringing our best every game. I think we're playing just good commitment to our structure. Following the process with everything Bedsy's telling us. So I like the way we're playing.
You haven't gone back to the sweet potatoes, have you? Still pasta? Still good with pasta?
Still pasta, yeah.
All right, good. Keep it up with the pasta. Sam Malinsky, thanks for the time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
That's Malinsky, and you can check out his guest appearance on the NHL podcast with Jason Demers and Adnan Burke to refer what we're talking about, but sort of in rebellion to Nathan McKinnon eating his pasta as we send it back to you.
All right, gentlemen, thank you much. Let's tell you what's going on in the world of sports. In the NHL, there are or were 4 other games. They're all final. The Penguins and the Predators played Game 2 of the NHL Global Series, and it's Pittsburgh blanking the Preds. The Penguins get a 4-0 win in that one. They led that thing 3-0 after the first period and cruised to the win. Sidney Crosby with one of those 4 goals. The Vancouver Canucks beat the Lightning in Tampa 6-2. Vancouver. Quinn Hughes with a 4-point game with 4 assists. Jake Gensel, one of the 2 goals for the Bolts. The Wild and the Golden Knights. That game turned into a 3-point night as it went to overtime. And it would be the Minnesota Wild winning it 3-2 as Kaprizov gets his 11th of the season. It comes on the power play there. Just 10 seconds before they were heading to a shootout. Kirill, the 3-year-old, wins it for Minnesota 3-2 over Vegas. The only other game in the league tonight was the Detroit Red Wings in New York taking on the Rangers, and the Rangers still just have that 1 win at home. That's it, just 1 win. They got beat again tonight at home, 2-1 over, or the Detroit Red Wings with the 2-1 win over the New York Rangers, as Detroit remains in the number 2 spot in the Atlantic Division, a point behind Boston, and the New York Rangers currently in the number 5 spot, but their home record is 1-7-1. Their road record is 9-1-1, which is just weird. In the NFL, the Denver Broncos in action today, and they got probably their biggest win of the season as they took down the Chiefs 22-19. The Broncos undefeated at home. They're 6-0 at home. They have won 8 straight games. They are 9-2 and tied for the best record in the NFL, Bo Nix, 295 yards passing in the game as the Broncos beat the Chiefs. Right now, the Eagles and the Lions are going at it in Sunday Night Football. It is at halftime, and the Eagles have the 13-6 lead in that one. Jared Goff, 119 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jalen Hurts, 63 yards. That's it. That's what they got, although he does have a rushing touchdown in the game. All right, finals from earlier. In Madrid early this morning, the Dolphins and Commanders went to overtime, and Miami wins it in overtime, 16-13. The Panthers and the Falcons went to overtime, and it's Carolina winning it, 30-27. Bryce Young, 31-45, 448 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns in the game. As the Panthers are 6-5 now after getting that win today. Bills beat the Buccaneers 44-32. Josh Allen, 317 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win for Buffalo, who improved to 7-3. The Houston Texans roll into Tennessee and beat the Titans 16-13. Titans fans have yet to see their team win at home. They're 0-5 there in Tennessee and 1-9 on the season. The Bears beat the Vikings in a tight one, 19-17. Chicago. The Green Bay Packers got a win over the Giants in New York, 27-20. The Steelers beat the Bengals, 34-12. Pittsburgh. The Jaguars beat up the Chargers, 35-6. Jacksonville wins that one. The Rams with a victory against the Seahawks, 21-19. LA. Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions in that game. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Cardinals in Arizona, 41-22. San Fran. The Niners are, what are they? They're 7-4 right now. Christian McCaffrey had 2 touchdowns. The Ravens beat the Browns 21-16. Dylan Gabriel got hurt in this game. Shedeur Sanders injured with his first NFL action, although Shedeur finished with 47 yards and a pick in the game as the Ravens get the victory. The Browns fall to 2-8 on the season. Over in the NBA, there's a ton of games in the NBA tonight. The finals look like this. Celtics beat the Clippers 121-18. Spurs took down the Kings 123-110. Brooklyn Nets got a win against the Wizards 129-106. Nets' second win of the season is a blowout of the Washington Wizards. Michael Porter Jr. scored 34. Rockets over the Magic in overtime 117-113. And the Warriors beat the Pelicans 124-106. In our game, the Islanders lead the Avs 1-0 after 1. Connor McGahey with the second period next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avs faithful, choosing aluminum makes you the MVP. Like a top-shelf slapper or a game-winning assist, aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or at home, you can assist by buying and recycling aluminum. Visit aluminumassists.com to be a part of the action. Let's go all in for the Avalanche. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Visit Century Casino and Hotel every weekend this November to get a jump on the holidays. Win free play and a gift card for a free turkey every Saturday and Sunday in our Gobble Gobble Progressives. Plus on Fridays, stop in to earn the gift of the week. This month, we're giving away Master Chef kitchen items to make the holidays special. Welcome to the Winter Zone at Century Casino. Take I-70 to exit 243 to the Central City Parkway. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yay to Bruce, the streaming king. With quantum fiber internet, he's gonna binge. He wants more. Best internet speeds, quantum fiber's on top. Yay to go.
Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service, and speed in select locations only.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 present Avs Ticket Tuesday. Every Altitude show all day has your shot at tickets for an upcoming Avalanche game. Listen every hour on the 20s for the keyword Avs Ticket Tuesday from Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Keep hammering pucks, boys. Keep hammering pucks.
It's time for the second period.
You get opportunity, shoot. Be ready to shoot and unload and get your body around it on your forehand.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Connor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the second period, Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche trail the New York Islanders 1-0. The first time that the Avs have not scored in the first period, going all the way back to October 16th in Columbus. And it's the first time they haven't scored in the first period at home all season. In a building where they are 6-0-2. See how the second period plays out. Avs in burgundy and blue going left to right. The Islanders in white, blue, and orange, the opposite direction. Colton off the boards. Gives it right to Heineman. He'll shovel it near side while Brindley just trying to get it out. Pelech will pinch. Gets it down to the corner. Brock Nelson is on him, but Pelech will one-handed near side circle. To the point, Paul Mary. Pass for Pelech. Bypasses him. D'Angelo, who picked up an assist on that Islander goal, will get it deep. Avs can't clear. Josh Manson ran into some trouble, but it comes loose for Gavin Brindley. Down this right flank, that's where he scored the game winner 3 nights ago. Overskated by Manson, able to get it deep. Underneath the stick of Brindley, McKinnon up against the boards, has it stolen by Barzal, but he gives it right to Manson in the neutral zone, and now Cale Makar will take it himself. Back in the Colorado end, a minute gone in our second period. Underneath Natchez, passes behind him, and Schaefer stayed with him. Lehkonen was there. Now it's ahead for Jonathan Drouin. Drouin drops it. Nathan McKinnon cut off Barzal for a moment, but now Barzal escapes Romanov off the bench. Shot towards the net, blocked by Makar. Gets away from Holmstrom. Now the Avalanche may have some room if they hurry. Natchez over for Nathan McKinnon. Holds. Now it's Lehkonen, and he lets it go. He misses the net. McKinnon leaves it for Taves. He'll get it deep. Blocked by Barzal for a moment. And he read it. The pass from Lehkonen back to McKinnon. Now McKinnon has it near side corner to point Makar. Shot towards the net. Off a stick. And it's out of play. 18-20 to go in our second period. Shots are now 8-7 Avalanche. Score is 1-0 Islanders. Tonight's Avalanche game is brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Olofsson, Landeskog, Drury, Malinsky, and Gerard is your party of 5 for Colorado. Right side of the ice. Face out one back for Malinsky. Sorokin saw it at the last second and turned it aside. Sorokin 4-0-1 his last 5. Has only allowed 9 goals in those 5 games, and he's won 3 straight. And those 3 wins started with a 33-save shutout in Madison Square Garden, or at Madison Square Garden, I should say, against the New York Rangers, who will be here on Thursday. The home struggles for the Rangers, one of the more perplexing storylines to begin this 2025-26 NHL season. Rangers had themselves, however, in a playoff spot as their points percentage away from Madison Square Garden. Pretty darn good. Four-car pileup in the corner. Olofsson had it for a moment. Drop pass is blocked. And now Anders Lee is pinched up by the Avalanche captain, Landeskog, as they joust along the near side boards. It's pried loose by the Islanders, and Sam Malinsky will pick it up in his own zone. Malinsky looking ahead. Sends it in just wide of Sorokin. This is going to be icing on the Avalanche. 17:38 to go in the second period. Islanders have closed down the neutral zone, which is fun. They lead 1-0. Name a better combination than beer and hockey. While we wait, go ahead and grab a case of Mountain Time, the legendary crisp, crushable premium lager from New Belgium Brewing in Fort Collins, Colorado. Drury again on the faceoff, left side of Scott Wedgwood, and he's asked to leave. Or maybe not. Linesman put his hand up like he was chasing Drury. He'll win it back for Sam Gerard. And now the Islanders take care of the puck in the neutral zone. Fired in by Shabanov. Sam Girard up the middle, turned it over, Cizikas. Landeskog on him. Cizikas to the point, D'Angelo, now Pelech. Far side of the boards, away from Shabanov. Landeskog will track it down as he shuffleboards it behind the net. Olofsson got bumped by Ritchie. Now it comes loose. Olofsson will block his centering pass. Now he recovers at the hash marks. Ends up going to the point, and Pelech. D'Angelo lobs it centrally for Ritchie, and that attempt rattles wide. Never made it on target. Landeskog, Olofsson can't clear the zone. Colorado having a tough time getting out. 2-on-1 down low. Shabanov got a shot away. Stick save made by Wedgwood. Now it's back to the point, and D'Angelo off a skate lace. Near side glass. Malinsky for Olofsson. Finally inside the center, but brought immediately back in by Bo Horvat. Shot save made Wedgwood. Got his own rebound once and twice. Now he leaves it a third time, and Wedgwood makes the stop. Horvat got 3 chances at that. The initial wrist shot and then 2 rebounds, one from his knees. And then the final try, I believe, might have been Schaefer. But Wedgwood made the stop and hung on with no rebound. 16:32 to go in the second period. Shots are 9 apiece. Score is 1-0 Islanders. About Horvat's face-off acumen every single year, 50% or better in his last 9 games. But he can't win this one. Avs off the glass, out towards center ice. Taylor McCarr knocked it down. No hand pass is called. This rolls back in front. Now it's gloved down again by Manson. Stick handles to the corner. Got away from him, and now Mayfield turned it over. Romanov. Near side boards, McCarr got in the way. Manson will throw a hit and now forces Heineman to go backwards for Romanov left side circle. Palmieri receives it on the backhand, cuts to the center of the slot. Avs good positionally. Bartikov backwards for Manson, and now Brent Burns will receive that and send it in left side to right. Charging in is Parker Kelly. Palmieri there to help out Matthew Schaefer. Schaefer wants the return pass, and the 18-year-old will make it to the blue line and send it in. He just turned 18, too, by the way. Drouin has it stolen. Underneath Cale Makar. Stretch pass for Ross Colton. Has it. The circle. He scores! That was awesome! His third goal of the season. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this is a tie hockey game. Cale Makar will now have a 5-game point streak. He stretched it out for Colton, who beat Sorokin stick side with a wrister. And now Ross Colton has 2 goals his last 6 games, and he ties it up with 15:28 to go in period 2. So Sorokin, will not have 2 shutouts versus the Avalanche. Here's Reed Saunders.
Let's go! Scoring his 3rd goal of the season, number 20, Ross Colton. Assisted on the play
for Devon Taves, trying to pick the top corner. Don't mean to interrupt. Reed Saunders. Cale Makar keeps it alive. McKinnon, far side circle. McKinnon, a shot fought off by Sorokin. Fans thought that was in. Good pressure here from the Avalanche top group. And now Drouin will get it for Barzal across the Avalanche line. Goes wide on him. And he has to dump it below the goal line. McKinnon tries to bring it out. Motors ahead. McKinnon into the path of nations. Just across center ice at the blue line. Threw on the brakes. Lehkonen did not. Avs are offside. 14:43 to go in the second period. We are tied at 1. Colton's 3rd of the year from Makar and Brock Nelson, who gets his first assist against his former team. He had 279 assists with the New York Islanders. Face-off in the neutral zone will be taken by Jack Drury against Jean-Gabriel Pageau, the former Senator. And Pageau wins it. Stretch pass from Romanov, cut off by Sam Girard. Avs have some new life here in the second period after you heard Sam Malinsky say it wasn't their best first. Landeskog bumped into by Romanov. He always goes for the big hit. You may have seen that highlight from last year where he tried to hit Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon saw him coming. Had one of the best reverse hits I've seen in a long time. Chance from Gerard. Landeskog the rebound. It's swept aside by the Islanders, but not out. Tip! Score! It's Victor Golubson. Do you want to build a snowman? 6 goals on the season. Every single one scored in this building. And with 14:09 to go in the second period, Colorado has come alive. They have a 2-1 lead. This was deflected from almost atop the near circle. The wrist shot came, and Olofsson got a piece of it and deflected it over the glove side. Malinsky let it rip. He picks up another helper. That's now 5 in his last 6 games, and Colorado has their first lead of the night. Face-off at center once again. Alan Roach.
Let's go!
Reed Saunders.
Scoring his 6th goal of the season, number 95, Victor Olofsson. Assisted on the play by number 70, Sam Malinsky. And number 92, Gabriel Landeskog.
Landeskog, his 5th assist of the season. Burns, meanwhile, up top, lets it go. Save made by Sorokin. Rebound is free. Ross Colton tried to turn it in front. It rolled up off the back of the net. And now D'Angelo lost in the corner. Colton centers it. Kick loose by Brindley. Leaves it for Brock Nelson. Back to the point. Burns lets it go again. Brindley was at the back door along with Colton. It goes wide. Brindley one more time. His pass was intended for Ross Colton. He was going off for a change. So it Plinko's off the near wall and all the way back to Scott Wedgwood. Meanwhile, Burns from Natchez ahead for Lehkonen. Backwards now for Natchez as he ramps up through center. Natchez placing through, kicks it to his stick. Tripped up in the corner, no penalty. Play continues. Natchez is hurt. Slowly gets back to his legs. Chris Lee, the referee, looking at it. And now McKinnon gets out of the way of Malinsky, who sends it out to center. Lehkonen now for Nathan McKinnon down the near flank. They say it's offside. I don't know. It's new linesman Dylan Luju with the decision. But we'll take a timeout. 12:47 to go in the second period. The Avs get goals a minute and a half apart to take a 2-1 lead over the Islanders on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This joyful sound is the No More Chemo bell at Intermountain Health St. George Hospital. And it means that Sarah Parker beat cancer. It also means her doctor spotted it early enough to treat, and that her oncologist helped her fight it every step of the way. It means that her nurse helped her keep track of medicines, and that a case manager made the whole experience just a little bit easier. Every time we hear that bell, it reminds us that all things are possible when we work together. It reminds us of the power of we. Intermountain Health.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
You know you can't watch all your favorite sports without a beer and a brat. Hi, it's Francisco from Rhine House on 14th and Market. Denver sports fans catch all the football, hockey, and basketball at Rhine House. All the action is on 30 big screen TVs. Enjoy House League German brats, house-made pretzels, and dozens of beers from local breweries and all the best German brewers. Rhine House is your home for the home teams. Rhine House, before, during, and after the games at 14th and Market near Ball Arena. Let's go.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
12:47 to go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche down 1-0 have come back to score 2 goals in a minute and 29 seconds and take a 2-1 lead. Colton and Olofsson, the goal scorers. By Talent in your Colorado Avalanche are teaming up this November to support patients who depend on blood and platelet donations. Easy for me to say. Give blood at coloradoavalanche.com/blood drive. There's a back and forth on the camera here on the Jumbotron with Chiefs fans and Bronco fans. Broncos beating the Chiefs with a last-second field goal, 22-19. Across the street at Empower Field a mile high earlier this very evening. Malinsky out towards center ice. McKinnon tries to one-hand it at the red line, brought the other way by the Islanders. Barzal down the near circle, forced wide by Malinsky. Throws on the brakes, throws it in front. Kick save made by Wedgwood. And the Avs are able to dig it out. Malinsky has Natchez down the left flank. Malinsky at the end of his shift will dump it in off the far boards and make it all the way off for a change. 8 minutes gone in the second period. Shots are 12-10 Avs. They lead the Islanders 2-1. Bartikov leaves it for Taylor McCarr. He got hit by Romanov. McCarr blocks the clearing attempt. Boy, Romanov is nasty, and that's meant to be a compliment. This is going to be a penalty on somebody. Landeskog's not happy. Are you sure? And now Cale Makar is yelling at Chris Lee. So, oh boy. You got a penalty call for that? So Romanov hit Kelly. Kelly was trying to get out of the way down the near side boards away from Taylor McCarr, who brought the puck in. And now Devon Taves is yelling at Chris Lee. Kelly was not looking at Romanov to initiate the contact. He was looking at Taylor McCarr. They were both in a little tight space down the near boards, trying to stay on side and maybe connect on a pass. That's a tough call on Parker Kelly. Barzal on the power play. Back up top for Schaefer. That was overthought on that, methinks. Barzal has it back, near side circle. 11:30 to go in the second period. Barzal over for Schaefer, fanned on the shot, able to get it back. Near side, Palmieri. Oh, what a save made by Wedgwood. Sprawling like Dominic Hasek from right to left. Another one straight up in the air, knocked down by the Avalanche, and it's cleared the distance. Great Scott! Wedgwood. Schaefer brings it ahead. Love that. Could have made a windmill out of Wedgwood. Drouin. Janice Wedgie. Well, you never hear that at a professional sporting event. High school maybe back in the day. Kyle Palmieri at the bumper. Save made by Wedgwood again. Rebound falls for Taves. And he bounces the puck into the Avalanche bench. That's an unlucky hop there for Colorado. Because the pass came from the Avalanche zone and goes into the Avalanche bench, the faceoff is back in Colorado territory, which, again, is strange. Getting another look at that Wedgwood stop. He got up and got the right shoulder as he flailed. Nice stop by Wedgwood. And then the follow-up try was another save made with the blocker, and that rebound went straight up in the air. I'm not sure he knew where the rebound was, but Cale Makar did, and he knocked it down with a high stick and cleared. 55 seconds to go in the Islander power play. 10:41 to go in the second period. Shots now 14-12 Islanders, but the Avalanche have a 2-1 lead here in the Mile High City. That's Denver, for those of you who may not know. Face-off won by the Islanders. Ritchie trying to stick handle away from Burns. Gave it right to Manson, and he'll clear for the Avs. Sorokin stops it behind his own net. D'Angelo is there. D'Angelo to the blue line, now across center ice. Drop pass for Shabanov. Shabanov stick handles around Burns for a minute. Burns recovers, swats to the wall, and then runs Shabanov over. Shabanov from his knees, able to connect with Anders Lee. Lee stick handling along the goal line. Short angle shot save made by Wedgwood. Again, the Avs are the first to the rebound, and they'll send to the distance with 12 seconds to go in the man advantage for NYI. D'Angelo to the red line. Drop feed now for Barzal. He's back out there. Crosses into the Avalanche zone. Pellick all the way across. D'Angelo. 1-year deal with the Islanders as Parker Kelly is released from Hockey Huskow. Always tough to have one of your best penalty killers in the box, but the Avalanche do kill it off. Barzal trying to escape Malinsky. Near side circle, shot, pad save Made by Wedgwood, feathered ahead. Arturi Lehkonen, he's on a breakaway. Lehkonen alone, save made by Sorokin. Lehkonen looking for goals in 3 straight, and we have a high stick behind the play. Parker Kelly just took a penalty. Now he drew a penalty. We'll tell you about it when we come back. 9:21 to go in the second. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. Thanks for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's an epic weekend of sports, Denver.
Let's go!
The Nuggets and Timberwolves.
Get at me!
The Avs and Islanders.
The #1 team in the National Hockey League.
And the Broncos and Chiefs. We're going to be reacting with you all day tomorrow. Kaner kicks it off at 6 in the morning on a Rally House Football Monday. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane will be ranting at 7.
We got some outstanding stuff over the weekend to discuss.
And Adam Schefter jumps on at 9.
Just like we drew it up.
On Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente. A better idea for healthcare.
Hey, take a look in the mirror this morning. Guys, you've worked so hard to be a journeyman electrician. I'm sure you're proud of what you do. People tell you that you're one of the best, but your pay and benefits, they don't say that. It's time for you to call my friends over at IBEW Local 68 so you can earn at least $46 per hour, plus over $20 an hour in benefits. Guys, I want you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 68. Go online at IBW68.com to learn more.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
.21 to go in our second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Avs have a 2-1 lead over the New York Islanders. It appears that Ryan Pulla is in the penalty box for the Islanders, which means the Avalanche are going on the power play. And it's just 2 minutes for a high stick. Avs 0 for 1 so far, back in the first period. McKinnon will take it against Horvat. Right side of the ice, left side circle from Sorokin. Horvat wins it back to Mayfield. Plays into space for Palmieri. He can't clear the zone, kept in by the Avs. Lehkonen held up for a minute. Second chance allows Adam Pelech to send it down ice. Again, over 90% for the Islanders. Their last 32 times shorthanded have only allowed 3 power play goals. Natchez trying to change that as he brings it across the Islander line, leaves it for Olofsson. He has scored in this period. Lehkonen down low for McKinnon. Smartly leaves it for Natchez. Returns it to McKinnon. Far side half wall. Super aggressive here from the Islanders. McKinnon now for Natchez. Frees up Olofsson near side. Boards. Top of the circle. Now he gets it back. Skate to stick. Down low below the goal line. It's Natchez working behind the Islander net. Now Nathan McKinnon far corner. Scooch up the wall. Looking for help. Down low. Natchez wide open. Turned and fired. Surprised he had that much time. And Sorokin able to make the save. Natchez didn't get all he wanted on that wrist shot. So play halts with 1:10 to go in the Avalanche power play. 8:30 to go in our second period. Shots are 16-14 Islanders. But the Avalanche lead 2-1 on goals for Ross Colton and Victor Olofsson. McKinnon the draw again, this time against Jean-Gabriel Pajot. And it's won by McKinnon. Olofsson wards his man off. Nice play by Victor Olofsson. Back to the point. Cale Makar has it. Keeps it himself. Returns it to Olofsson near side wall. Down low Natchez. Keeps it himself. Now in the far corner McKinnon. Back up top for Makar. Back from McKinnon. Didn't get the one-timer away. Now he lets it go. Rebound there for Natchez. And he kicks it back to McKinnon. Far side hash mark. Natchez tried to tuck it in. What a move. And couldn't finish. Cale Makar keeps it in near side point. Makar on his way in. Shot is blocked. And that broke the stick of Holmstrom. Pajot almost pounced on the loose puck. As McKinnon all the way across for Natchez off the heel of his stick. And that's an easy clear for Romanov. Upon second viewing, he should have been caught for interference on that initial play. But then Parker Kelly got called for it. Meanwhile, there's Cale Makar dazzling. Shoved away by Mayfield at the last second. Ross Colton near side half wall. Pass for Brock Nelson up top for Brindley. And again, it's cleared by Pellick. Power play is over. Avs are 0 for 2. Burns out of his own zone. Ahead for Colton. Backwards now for Landeskog. Across the red line off the far boards. Plays to himself. Throws Romanov into the wall. Barzal suffers a hit. Turnover momentarily by the Islanders, but somehow they escape. And Drouin has numbers up ice. 3-on-2. Drop pass for Anders Lee. Waited too long. Brock Nelson is back to take it aside. Landeskog took out Ross Colton. D'Angelo down low. Pauk in front. Sprawling is Wedgwood. Another shot misses, and then it's Barzal who puts it all the way over the top. Now Drouin lets it go. Save made. Wedgwood. Rebound is cleared by the Avs out to center. Wedgwood doing his thing again. Pass ahead. Cleaned up by the Avalanche. Taken back by the Islanders. Here come the wedgie chance again. Drouin for Barzal. He'll glove it down and dump it into the Avalanche zone. Jack Drury up the far wall for Parker Kelly. Turned it over. Shot save made by Wedgwood. Puck behind the net. And Josh Manson will settle it down with 6:09 to go in the second. Avs up 2-1. Stretch pass for Jack Drury. Trying to dump it in. Blocked by Cizikas. And Cizikas actually did the Avalanche a favor. Play has to stop because Colorado is offside with 6:04 to go in the second period, leading the Islanders 2-1. Cizikas had 2 men back in the neutral zone. Would have been an odd man rush the other way. Drury the draw in front of the Avalanche bench. Bardakov and Parker Kelly on his wings. Never, ever lead your wingman. Some of the best flying I've seen yet. Schaefer for Cizikas. He'll dump it in. Ritchie trying to get there first. Again, first-round pick by the Avalanche, 2023. Traded to the Islanders for Brock Nelson. Ritchie hands it off. Schaefer trying to dangle away from Parker Kelly. Schaefer. Pollock slap pass back door. It's off of Ritchie. Now the Avalanche tried to lead Bardakov. Intercepted by the Islanders. That shot whistles wide. Save made by Wedgwood. He covers it up. He got stabbed at after the fact, and that draws the crowd. It was Ritchie who gets a hug from Bardakov. There's a language barrier there, but it seems that everybody speaks the language of hockey. And those were actually some real hugs that we saw at the end of that. We'll take a timeout. 5:25 to go in the second. Avs have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Julie Stewart-Binks here, along with former NHLer Nate Thompson. Join us on Energy Line as we share our takes, stories, and surprise guests every week. Patrick Kane, 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Team USA head coach Mike Sullivan, 6-time Stanley Cup champion Mark Messier.
With over 800 NHL games, I know a couple guys.
Biz didn't have Twitter. No one knew who he was, so I called Whit, and I'm like, how is Biz? He was like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to hate him. Then he'll be your best friend.
Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts,
or wherever you get your podcasts.
You already know that I'm a medical doctor and an attorney. Does it make a difference? Consider this. In medicine, you go to a specialist for the best care. And in law, you should as well. At Ramos Law, I bring my experience as an emergency medicine physician into the courtroom. We speak the language of doctors and the language of law. That means better understanding, better advocacy, and better results. Ramos Law. What makes us different makes us better.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
5:25 to go in the second period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. New York out shooting the Avs 18-15 and 11-8 here in this second period. McKinnon the face-off, left side of the ice, right side of Scott Wedgwood. As Horvat will cruise in, McKinnon is only 4 of 10 from the dot tonight. But he wins this one. Back from Malinsky, who has an assist. Off the boards, Natchez leaves it for Nathan McKinnon. 2-on-2 to the Islander line. McKinnon, near side, throws on the brakes, looking for help, tosses it in the slot. And Pelech sends it ahead for Emil Heineman. Sam Girard dispossesses, and now he gets the drop pass from Marty Natchez in his own zone. Girard, head for Natchez, trying to tip it in, blocked. Arturi Lehkonen runs a little bit of a smoke screen. Avs will dump it in, but McKinnon can't get there ahead of Adam Pelech, who regroups with Pollock. They've been a deep pair for quite some time. Horvat apparently beats out the icing with Lehkonen tracking backwards for the Avalanche. 4:44 to go in the second period. 2-1 lead for Colorado. Sam Girard for McKinnon, bouncing puck, just looking to get away from pressure. Flips it backhand for Olofsson. Along the blue line, he'll outweight the Islanders. Now hands it off for Malinsky. Heineman on the forecheck. He'll curl off for a change. And now Malinsky for Landeskog. He'll tip it behind Sorokin, who comes out to play the puck. Sorokin up the near side glass through Landeskog. Back to center and Taves. McCarr gets the pass from him in front of the penalty box. Now returns it to Taves in between the benches. Taves will rifle it in. Left to right. Near side. Olofsson forces Pajot backwards. Landeskog throws another hit. Now he has the puck in the corner. Roughed up by Mayfield. Drury is there trying to wait for the loose puck. Landeskog doing the heavy lifting against Mayfield. Comes free. Islanders able to get it. And now Romanov looks ahead. As Duclair wanted the pass, never got it. Pajot has it instead. Anders Lee low in his own zone. Off a body. Olofsson leaves it for Cale Makar. He lost it. Tenacious here from the Islanders. Lee curls around. Wraparound try. Saved by Wedgwood, and the Avalanche clear as Colton kicks it ahead. Now to his left in Devon Taves. He'll hack it deep. Avs in a desperate need of a change. Colton finishes his check on D'Angelo. Schaefer now for the longtime NHLer. Sends it ahead. Tipped by, I believe that's Holmstrom into the seats. And somebody will go home tonight in the Mile High City with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. 3:17 to go in the second period. 2-1 is the score for the Avs. Cale Makar, an assist in this game, 25 points now. Leads all NHL defensemen. That's 6 ahead of Josh Morrissey in second place. Matthew Schaefer, by the way, while leading NHL defensemen in goals, only has 15 points. Face-off at center, won by the Islanders. Schaefer, speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Head for Barzal, and now Pollock looks ahead. Tipped ahead by Schaefer at the red line. Into the glove of Wedgwood, and with Jonathan Drouin lurking. And Drouin did give Scott Wedgwood a snow shower, and I think because of the history between him and the Avalanche, which is a good history, he did not really have to pay the price. I'm not convinced he did it on purpose in the first place. Fans didn't like it, but I think everybody on the ice knew what was the situation. 3:04 to go in the second. Face-off in the Avalanche zone. Brock Nelson, private eye, will take it against Drouin, wins it. Josh Manson leaves it for Brent Burns, and he'll sky it ahead. Settles in the Islanders zone. Mayfield pursued by Ross Colton, who throws the hit. Picked up by Brindley. The loose puck throws it in front. Stick save made by Sorokin. Colton behind the net. He's got loose change up top for Burns. Thought about a shot. Tipped on. Save made by Sorokin again. Again, nobody threads a needle like Brent Burns. An absolute seamstress as Romanov took a hit from Brindley, and that forces him to ice the puck with 2:35 to go in the second period. Can you tell it's my second game of the day? Score is 2-1 Colorado. Always fun when you're able to do a Broncos Avs or Broncos Nuggets doubleheader here in downtown Denver. McKinnon the face-off against Barzal. Natchez up against the boards. Lehkonen at the slot. McCarr and Taves behind. Draw is technically won by McKinnon, but it went right to Mayfield, and it's swapped ahead by the Islanders. Should be icing again, and it is, this time with 2:26 to go in the second. Colorado leading 2-1. Ball Corporation brings you Avalanche Hockey on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Ball Corporation, all in for the Avs. Aluminum, all in. Nathan McKinnon, who was also drafted as a 17-year-old, plays it back to Cale Makar. Taves takes a shot, and that's tipped twice. Sorokin fought it off, and now the puck is loose in the corner. McKinnon, tripped up by Mayfield, who was on the ice, unintentional. Lobs it far side for Taves, who settles down a rolling puck. Now Natchez, bottom of the circle, wants to center it. Natchez up top, turned into Holmstrom. Now Natchez down to the corner. Natchez on the end around for McKinnon, trying to escape Romanov. To the deep slot, Taves lets it go. Blocked in front. Where is it? It's stuck in the paraphernalia of Mayfield, and now it comes free. And then Mayfield got a high stick on Natchez and then wraps him up. That's 2 penalties on Mayfield. Let's see if they call one. Natchez still has a hold of Marty Natchez. The linesmen are trying to pry themselves in there. But Natchez got popped with something by Scotty Mayfield, who's still jarring at Natchez, who's just trying to get away. He's like, man, all I want to do is go to the bench. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And there's not going to be a penalty on Mayfield. Oh, boy. He absolutely whacks Natchez in the face. Natchez leaned into his chest. And then Mayfield came down with his stick and got Natchez up high. I have no idea why that's not a penalty. Randy Newman saying in Toy Story, strange things are happening. Face-off won by the Islanders. Avs should have had their third power play there. 0 for 2 so far. 1:45 to go in the second period. Avs were down 1-0. They now lead 2-1. Tip pass from McKinnon. Brock Nelson holding. Nelson short angle shot save made by Sorokin. He'll hang on to the rebound. And now Pelech goes after Brock Nelson, who shrugs Pelech off. Pelech staring down Brock Nelson, who is completely ignoring Adam Pelech. Pelech, a third-round pick. And now Nelson will take the draw right side of Sorokin. Wins it. Brinley trying to get there. Stabs it deep. Pollock is there first. Bumped by Ross Colton, who's had a noticeable evening. Interception by Cale Makar. He'll send it in. Brinley had to tag up. Lost an edge. And now Colton tries to work it back at the center circle. Pajot gets there ahead of him. Down the near side boards. Nelson got in the way. Colton tries to force it to center ice. 4-on-2 for the Avalanche. Stretch pass for Brinley. Returns it to Ross Colton. Stuck in his skates. Back for Brinley, and that's wide of the mark. Sort of a weird spot for a 4-on-2, and now toe drag as Duclair sends it backdoor. Schaefer is shoved aside. They're going to penalize Cale Makar. It's just getting silly at this point. Chris Lee's going to call Cale Makar for a hook. And the Avalanche will be shorthanded, barring any other strange infractions for the remainder of this second period.
Colorado number 8 to Mr. Hooking.
Get Chris Lee a glass of water. Horvat the face-off, right side of Wedgwood. I would love an explanation on why Mayfield did not get a penalty on Marty Natchez for hitting him in the face with a stick. Face-off won by the Islanders. Barzal at the bumper. Save made by Wedgwood. Rebound is there. Colorado can't clear as Schaefer has it back. 37 seconds to go in the period. Barzal near side. Hands it off for Schaefer. On the end around Schaefer. Throws it back door. Knocked down by Brent Burns. What a play. And now Jack Drury will golf it down ice. Sorokin slows it up. 22 seconds left. Barzal, left side circle. Now he crosses the red line. Barzal Leaves it for Jonathan Drouin. All the way through. Far side boards, now atop Schaefer. Doesn't take the shot, keeps it himself. Schaefer down low for Barzell. Lobs it in front. Wedgwood run over. Puck went wide. 2 seconds to go in the period one. Shot from distance is tipped wide, and period two is through. The Islanders will have a minute 7 seconds worth of power play time when the third period begins. But your score after 2 periods of play in downtown Denver, it's the Avalanche 2 and the Islanders 1. When we come back, Mark Bertinoli and Chris Mitchell will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. Alan Baca and I will have the third period for you live from Ball Arena in just about 18 minutes' time. But after 40 minutes of play, the Avalanche, down 1-0, have come back to take a 2-1 lead after 2 on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Colorado Avalanche hockey.
Now McKinnon all the way over for Cale Makar. Takes it back for McKinnon. Lets it go for Middlestat.
That's a goal.
Your Avalanche intermission report is next. Oh, man. On the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
I'm Katie LaSalle, 9 News Weather Impact Team forecaster and outdoor enthusiast who loves to hike in Boulder County. I love preparing you for your day ahead. Whether it's tracking the frigid storm coming in or giving you the latest snow totals for your favorite mountain, we've got you covered. Your weather impact forecast should move as fast as you do, because weather never stops, and neither do we. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings, live starting at 4:30, anywhere you watch.
McKinnon's got some room. He scores!
Avs faithful, gear up for game day with Altitude Authentics.
Cale Makar walking the high slot. He lets it go, and he scores! Oh, hail, Cale!
Get the best selection and best prices on Avalanche merchandise by shopping in store at Ball Arena Monday to Saturday or online anytime at AltitudeAuthentics.com.
Hey, if you're a journeyman electrician in the state of Colorado, I'm sure you're proud of what you do. And you're probably ready to make more money. Be a part of a winning team. Call my friends over at the IBEW Local 68. Guys, you can earn at least $46 an hour plus over $20 an hour in benefits. It's time for you to get paid what you're worth. Call my friends at International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 or go online at IBEW68.com to learn more.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
No more! No more! Colorado Avalanche hockey.
I like our start, boys. I love our start.
This is your Avalanche intermission report.
Sharp physically, sharp mentally. We are going to have success.
Avalanche intermission on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Avalanche hockey is brought to you by Ball Corporation. All in for the Avs. Aluminum. All in. Welcome, along with Chris Mitchell. I'm Mark Bertinoli, coming to you live from the studios here in the Mile High City. And after 2 periods of hockey, the Avalanche lead the Islanders by a score of 2-1. Coming up here in your second intermission report, we have a bushel of sporting information. We've got a lot of things happening on this Sunday. There are 4 of the games in the NHL, all of which are final. We got a ton of games in the NFL, including Sunday Night Football, which is a low-scoring affair. They're in the fourth quarter. We got some NBA games, some college basketball. That's coming up. First, though, let's go ahead and listen to the highlights from tonight's game as the Avs and Islanders meet. The Avalanche playing Game 3 of this 4-game homestand. The New York Islanders are in a stretch here of games where they're playing almost nothing but road games. They're playing 11 of 14 on the road. They're in that stretch right now, they are 1-4 in a row, and all 4 of those that they've won in a row have come on the road. They still have 3 more road games to go, including this one tonight on this road trip. So it's been kind of a stretch for NYI, and they did score the first goal of this game. It came early in the first period.
Face-off won by the Isle. D'Angelo in front, and it's tipped in by Emil Heineman. He scores. Scott Wedgwood saying that this is a kicking motion. So referees Chris Lee and Francis Sharon are over there, and my spidey sense is correct. It's allowed to stand, which fans, as you can hear, don't like. First shot of the game for the Islanders. 1-0 Islanders. Weird goal.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a kicking motion, but Heineman gets that one, his 9th of the season at 2:05 in the first period. And the Islanders had a 1-0 lead after 1 period of hockey. So to the second period we go, and the action came fast and furious in the second, and the Avalanche would score twice in less than a minute and 30 seconds to tie this game up and then take the lead, and it all got started with this one.
Drouin has it stolen. Underneath Cale Makar, stretch pass for Ross Colton, has it, the circle, he scores! That was awesome! His 3rd goal of the season, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this is a tie hockey game.
Ross Colton, his 3rd of the season from Makar and Nelson at 4:32. And we were tied 1-1. And then less than 90 seconds later, the Avalanche had the lead.
There's Bernard out. Tip. Score!
It's Victor Golofsson. Do you want to build a snowman?
6 goals on the season. Every single one scored in this building. And with 14:09 to go in the second period, Colorado has come alive. They have a 2-1 lead.
Victor Olofsson from Malinsky at 5:51, and the Avalanche have a 2-1 lead after 2 periods of hockey. Right now, stats through 40 minutes of hockey. The Islanders with 18 shots, the Avs with 17. Face-off win percentage, 58 for NYI, 42 for the Avs. The Avs are 0 for 2 on the man advantage, while the Islanders are 0 for 2, although they are currently on a power play as we speak. They still have a 1:06 left of that penalty on KO late in the second once they start the third period. It is a 2-1 lead for the Burgundy and Blue. We will continue with your second intermission report after a timeout on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 presents Avs Ticket Tuesdays. Every Altitude show all day has your shot at tickets for an upcoming Avalanche game. Winning is easy. Avs Ticket Tuesdays. Listen every hour on the 20s for the keywords. Text it in and you're entered to win. Avs Ticket Tuesdays. From the home of your Avalanche. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Where does a journey to wellness begin? Do you start looking for diet ideas? Or searching for exercise plans? Actually, you don't have to look far. Just look to the first 2 letters of the word wellness. We means you don't have to figure it out yourself. It means your hopes and challenges are a perfect match for our knowledge and resources. It means anything you want to achieve, together, we can achieve better. Because wellness begins with we. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
All Copy Products is a one-stop shop for all your office technology needs. Whether you're looking for a brand new office copier, state-of-the-art espresso machine, or for professional help with your IT environment, All Copy Products is devoted to helping you overcome your everyday workplace challenges and focus more on your core business. Find out how All Copy Products can help your company maximize its efficiency with their award-winning service today by visiting www.allcopyproducts.com. AvalantcheNox.com.
Avs faithful, choosing aluminum makes you the MVP. Like a top shelf slapper or a game-winning assist, aluminum makes an impact. Whether you're cheering from the stands or at home, you can assist by buying and recycling aluminum. Visit aluminumassists.com to be a part of the action. Let's go all in for the Avalanche. All in for aluminum. Ball. All in.
Avalanche intermission continues now on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to your second intermission report. The Avalanche lead the Islanders 2-1 after 2. Before I tell you what's going on in the world of sports, let's pause for station identification, brought to you by Burke Simpson on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. All right, scores around the world of sports. In the NHL, there was 4 other games. We'll start with the Global Series, where the Penguins and the Predators played in Stockholm, Sweden. The star of the Penguins Predators series there in Stockholm was Peter Forsberg. He was all over the place. We were loving them some Pete. Penguins, though, would win today. The Penguins beat the Predators 4-0. Sidney Crosby with a goal in that one. Pittsburgh scores 3 goals in the first period. They never look back. The Nashville Predators actually, because they're in Stockholm, they have a really weird schedule. Their next opponent is the Avalanche. The Avalanche will play the Predators on Saturday. So Nashville doesn't play again. They'll fly home from Stockholm. They'll hang out there in Nashville a little while, and then they'll host the Avs on Saturday. That is their first game after this one there in the Global Series. The Canucks beat the Lightning 6-2. Vancouver scored 5 goals in the third. This game was over when they scored 3 goals in a span of a minute and 40 seconds to run away with the 4-goal win over Tampa Bay in Tampa. The Minnesota Wild got a win over the Vegas Golden Knights. It went to overtime, and Kaprizov with the overtime winner late, just about 10 seconds to go in overtime before they headed to shootout, and the Wild win it 3-2. And the Detroit Red Wings beat the New York Rangers in New York, but everybody does that. Everybody beats the Rangers in New York 2-1. Detroit, the Rangers are 1-7-1 there at Madison Square Garden. They are currently 5th in the Metropolitan Division, but they have 22 points. It feels like there's 17 teams in the NHL right now with 22 points. The Canadians have 22, the Senators have 22, the Islanders have 22, the Rangers have 22, the Jets have 22, the Blackhawks have 22, the Wild have 22, the Golden Knights have 22, the Edmonton Oilers have 22. I don't know what that means or what that says about the NHL, but there you go. That's what's going on right now. In the NFL, a Sunday night football game, Eagles and Lions. It's a low-scoring affair. The Eagles have the 16-6 lead with 9:20 to go in the game. The Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs across the street there at Empower Field as the Broncos get the 22-19 win over Kansas City with a walk-off field goal to take it and to improve to 9-2 on the season. The Broncos have won 8 straight games. They are cooking. In Madrid this morning, the Dolphins beat the Commanders in overtime 16-13. The Panthers and Falcons also went to overtime, and Carolina wins that one 30-27. Bryce Young, 448 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game. Bills beat the Buccaneers in a fun one, 44-32. Josh Allen, 317 yards and 3 touchdowns. Texans beat the Titans 16-13. The Titans are now 1-9. on the season. You can't stop Davis Mills, 274 yards and a touchdown in that one for the Texans, who are now back at 500 at 5-5. The Bears beat the Vikings in Minnesota 19-17. The Packers got the Giants 27-20 Green Bay. The Pittsburgh Steelers took down the Cincinnati Bengals 34-12. Steelers. Jags beat up the Chargers 35-6 Jacksonville. The Rams got a win over the Seahawks. LA is 8-2 with the 21-19 victory. Sam Darnold threw 4 picks in that game. Niners beat the Cardinals in Arizona 41-22. Ravens over the Browns 23-16. In the NBA, for some reason, it's a really busy night in the NBA. There is one game going on right now because it's in double overtime as the Jazz and Bulls play double overtime. Oh no, the Bulls are here tomorrow night to play the Nuggets. Oh no, they're coming to the Mile High City after a double overtime game in Utah. Oh, good luck, Chicago. The Bulls do lead this thing, though. No, that's a lie. The Jazz just made a shot. It's 139-136 Utah. There's still 3:50 to go in double overtime. The Celtics over the Clippers, 121-118. Spurs beat the Kings tonight, 123-110. The Nets win for just the second time this season. MPJ scores 34. Brooklyn with the 129-106 win over the Wizards. Rockets take down the Magic in overtime, 117-113. The Warriors beat the Pelicans, 124-106. The Mavericks with a 138-133 overtime win against the Trailblazers. And the Hawks just beat the Suns, 124-122. In our game, the Avalanche lead the Islanders 2-1 after 2. The third period with Conor McGahey next right here on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Ooh, that face. Quantum fiber internet loves that face. That's Jamila. Quantum fiber Wi-Fi keeps your meeting game strong.
Rushing all of the video calls. Back to back to back video calls. Switch today at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service and select locations only.
Altitude Sports Radio 92.5 present Avs Ticket Tuesday. Every Altitude show all day has your shot at tickets for an upcoming Avalanche game. Listen every hour on the 20s for the keyword Avs Ticket Tuesday from Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Championship teams win with the right playbook. At Ramos Law, we have the most unique playbook in the industry. I'm a medical doctor and attorney. I understand your injuries, how they impact your life, and I know exactly how to explain them in court. That's why our clients have a winning record. Ramos Law, the ultimate playbook for your injury case.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners, but before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCKheating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
Colorado football is back, and there's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your Buffaloes. It's Chad Brown here. Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Official partner of the Colorado Buffaloes. Sold in stadium and at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Coming down the mountain! Colorado Avalanche Hockey.
Who's going to answer the bell?
Come on, boys. We go here, huh?
It's time for the third period.
That goal changes everything here.
Gotta get the next one here.
Here's the voice of the Avalanche, Conor McGahey, on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Start of the third period, Paul Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the New York Islanders. The third period of Habs hockey brought to you by the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey, Tullamore and Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Habs will be shorthanded to begin the third period. Cale Makar, known felon, in the penalty box for a minute and 7 seconds. Habs right to left here in the third. Islanders the opposite direction. Shorthanded shot from beyond the red line here from Josh Manson, and that is saved by Ilya Sorokin. Barzal will get it, left side circle in his own zone. He charges ahead. Now through center ice, wide of Manson, over for Drouin, and now Schaefer has it up top. Horvat takes the one-timer. Near side, down low for Palmieri. Gets it back from Horvat. Up top, Schaefer, room to shoot. Lays off for Barzal. He lets it go, and Scott Wedgwood with the glove hangs on. With 33 seconds to go in the power play, 19:26 to go in the third period. The Avs hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Scott Wedgwood has, again, made some magnificent saves in this hockey game. The NHL wins leader for goaltenders. 10-1-2, 226 goals against, 913 save percentage. Face-off won by the Islanders. Schaefer keeps it alive. Now over for Barzal. Down low. Palmieri turns it back door into the skates of Jonathan Drouin. Nice play by Palmieri. Drouin couldn't finish it off. Drouin back up top. Schaefer to the corner. Barzal creeping in. Back door. Ends up being the shot save made by Wedgwood. Regrouping. Schaefer lets it go. He missed the net. Hit the referee. 8 seconds to go. Nelson digs it out. Short-handed. Can't clear the zone. But Bardakov can. Motoring down the near wing. Drouin tracks back to steal it away. Cale Makar is out. Power play is over for New York. Horvat underneath. Palmieri right down the slot. Shot save made by Wedgwood. He'll hang on. Islanders one shot on that power play. They have 20 on the night. Make that 21 now with that last bid by Palmieri. They trail the Avs 2-1 with 18:42 to go in the third. Islanders head to Dallas tonight. They will play the Stars on Tuesday at American Airlines Center. As good as the Avs have been, the Stars are just still hanging around in the Central Division. That's how it'll be all year, I think. Drouin over for Natchez. Couldn't collect. Now the Islanders will tip it in. Malinsky gets in front of Anders Lee. Lee gets it back. Malinsky puts a hip into him to put him into the boards, far side corner. Now it's swung to the near point, and Pollock. He'll glide it down the near wall for Pajot. He runs into a roadblock. Natchez underneath for Nathan McKinnon. Cross center ice, McKinnon to his right, Lehkonen off the boards. McKinnon has it back. McKinnon double teamed at all times. Seems prudent. Wouldn't be prudent. Islanders turn it over. Cale Makar near point. Down the board. Squeezes around the check of Pajot. Makar all the way through, and it's tipped just wide of Devon Taves. Natchez a big drive. That hit a body in front. Falls for Anders Lee. And he'll flip it into the Avalanche zone. Islanders are changing. Cale Makar kickstarts it the other way. Taves holds. Ran into some trouble. Everyone is deep in the Islanders zone. New York brings it. Mack the other way is... It's Mayfield with a chance. High over the top of Wedgwood. Rolling puck kept in at the blue line. Hit a shin pad. Cale Makar tried to clear. The second attempt does the job, but nobody even in the same square mile, and it's icing on the Avs. 17-18 to go in the third. 2-1 is their lead. Makar, Olofsson, Taves, Drury, and Landeskog have to stay out there. Landeskog wiping down the visor, tosses the towel to Donnie White as head equipment manager. Couple seconds helps. Drouin against Drury. And we still wait for the puck to make its way down to the ice. Drouin wins it. Back for Schaefer. Fumbled the puck for a moment. Now D'Angelo walks the blue line. Tosses it far side boards. That misses. Drury has it behind his own net. Trying to get away from danger. Now he shrugs off three different forechecks. Makes Holmstrom go down to the ice. And Drury will clear the zone and get across the red line. Drury hands it off. Landeskog is there. Drury has it again. Josh Manson at the deep slot. Wants a shot. Lets it go. It's off the heels of Landeskog and wide. Drury again. Manson lets it ride one more time. Save made by Sorokin. Rebound picked up by Brent Burns. He's behind the net. Leaves it for Landeskog. Landeskog flips around on his forehand and works up the far wall. Saucer feed up top for Drury. Pass back. Doler! Here's a chance for Olofsson. And it hits something and goes wide. This is sent all the way around. Manson will get there first. Far boards. Olofsson. Back up top. Manson. Room to shoot. Finds a seam. Hit a body in front. Landeskog thought it was behind him. It actually went up the slot, and the Islanders able to pick it up. Holmstrom in particular was 16-12 to go in the third period. Colorado leading 2-1. Stretch pass misses. Sam Girard will gather it in his own zone. Now for Walensky in front of the Avalanche bench. Crosses the red line, rims it around. He was touched by Bo Horvat, and I think his arguing got some effective results as the icing was waved off. Now it's fired back in by the Avs. Romanov behind his own net, hacked at by Gavin Brindley. Romanov escaped for a moment. Malinsky keeps it alive, shot towards the net. Here's a rebound try. Rebound is there for Colton. Sprawling is Sorokin. Puck is still there. Colorado can't get to it. The Islanders bang it down ice. And there's another penalty on the Avalanche. Scott Mayfield is just... Now he's yelling at somebody. What is it this time? He's going after Gavin Brindley. You're about 1.5 feet taller than Gavin Brindley, Scott. Brindley's going to the box for a high stick, I think. Not even sure how it happened.
Colorado over 54, 2 minutes. High sticking.
Mayfield blocked the initial shot. Sorokin made the save. He got taken out by Mayfield. And then Brindley leaned into him. So Brindley did to Mayfield exactly what Mayfield did to Marty Necas back in the second period. And I don't mean to hammer on this, but it's almost identical. And that's why Jared Bednar is leaning in to Chris Lee at the bench right now. They're identical plays. Mayfield didn't get dinged for the penalty that time, and then he draws one this time. His coach said to me one time, he wanted to be even, that's all. Consistent, and that's not consistent. Cale Makar, often consistent, will take this away, and it's cleared back to the Islander line. Barzell, now for Jonathan Drouin. Far corner, Makar forces the mistake. Drury got taken out. Here's a shot, and the Islanders miss the net again. Horvat can't get a good second try away. And Drury will clear it for the Avalanche with 1:14 to go in the power play. 14.5 to go in the third period. Shots are 21-19 Islanders. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead. Barzell across the red line into Avalanche territory. Centering feed is off his skate, and that'll go all the way down ice. Sorokin for D'Angelo. Pressured by Arturi Lehkonen. D'Angelo skating backwards to his own blue line. Stretch pass for Anders Lee. Big drive. And that slap shot misses the net. D'Angelo back down to the corner. Heineman run over by Brent Burns. And then it's stabbed to center by Brock Nelson. Avs fighting fire with fire here. Now we got a fight. Oh, Manson just throws Anders Lee down to the ice. That all happened behind the play. Manson got the only punch into that fight as he landed one on Anders Lee. I think Lee felt that he was out of his weight class, and so he just got Manson down to the ice. Manson and Lee will both head to the box. Don't think there's an instigator here, so we'll just make sure. Manson, it's the Bash brothers in the corner because Burns put Emil Heineman down to the ice, and then Josh Manson checked Anders Lee over Emil Heineman. And Anders Lee, insert Michael Jordan meme, took that personally. I don't know what the discussion is here, but all four referees are inside the half moon. Here's the call.
The penalties. 42 Colorado gets 5 for fighting. 27 gets 2 for roughing. 5 for fighting.
So the extra minor goes to Anders Lee. Okay. So the power play goes away. Will be 4-on-4 for 24 seconds. And then the Avalanche will get an abbreviated power play. So again, it was Heineman and Burns in the corner. So Heineman went down first. What a hit by Burns. And then with a puck right there, Manson put Lee over Heineman. And then Lee tracked down Josh Manson high in the Avalanche zone. And that's where the quote-unquote fight occurred. .43 to go in the third period. 4-on-4 hockey. A 2-1 lead for the Colorado Avalanche. And the face-off will be in Islander territory. So the four for the Avs will be Natchez, McKinnon, McCarr, and Taves. No surprises there. Horvat, Barzal, Pellick, and Pollock for the Islanders. Taves up against the boards. Natchez at the slot. McKinnon will take the faceoff, and he wins it for Taves, who goes backwards for Cale Makar. High pressure from the Islanders, and Makar will retreat back to the neutral zone. Natchez has it. Saucer feed for Makar. He heads north. Makar into the Islanders zone. Plays it around. Pellick gets to it himself in the corner. Makar plays it up the wall for Taves, trying to get it back down deep. Pellick steals it away. Taves will chase him behind the Islander net. Nice play by Taves. Brindley is out. Power play for the Avalanche for 1 minute and 34 seconds. Barzal will dump it into the Avalanche end. Picked up by Cale Makar. Left side circle. Natchez and McKinnon behind him. Makar keeps it himself. Makes the drop pass, now gets to center ice, and he'll dump it in. Sorokin to play it on his forehand of the far boards. Kick loose by Makar. And now it's the Islanders. Avs have to be careful here. Olofsson broke up a 2-on-1 shorthanded with Pajot and Holmstrom. Again, New York has 4 shorthanded goals already as a team. Pajot has half of those. Drop feed, McKinnon across the Islander line. Near side wall, Lehkonen. Up top for Natchez. Trying to get it to the point, Makar. Back down the wall instead to Nathan McKinnon. Masters have to get out of this little piece of real estate. Natchez tied up. McKinnon swooping in to steal the way McKinnon holds. Down low for Olofsson. Olofsson for Makar. Now Natchez doesn't take the shot. Puck rolled on him. 34 seconds to go in the power play. Avs have it set up. McKinnon trying to go shorty. Short side, and he's run over. Fans want to call. They're just not going to get it. Islanders clear. 22 seconds to go in the power play. 12 minutes on the nose to go in the third period. McKinnon tried to go short side, and he's just cross-checked in the back by Scott Mayfield. Mayfield has gotten away with a lot tonight. Nelson in the corner. Islanders get it out, and here comes Horvat across center ice, 2-on-2 shorthanded. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Burns takes it away from Palmieri. Trying to go down deep, has his stick held. Now Palmieri leans into him. Burns swats it near side boards for Ross Colton. Down into the circle. Brock Nelson a chance. Nelson turns it in front for Landeskog, and that's blocked. Barzal will take it, and he toe-picked into the Avalanche zone. Avs will send it back to center. Schaefer intercepts. 11-11 to go in the third. Make a wish. Barzal back for Schaefer. Centering feed, misses everybody. Drouin will clean up, slaps it deep. Waiting for it is Anthony Duclair in the corner. Knocked away from him. Drouin settles it down. Rolls it back into the near boards. And now Brindley tipped it deep. D'Angelo hit him in the back. Hit thrown on Schaefer. Now Brindley has the puck. Near side wall. Jack Drury. Drop pass for Devon Taves. Drury has it one more time. Makar unloads into the bread basket of Sorokin. He'll hang on, and we will take a timeout. 10:43 to go in the third. Shots are 21 apiece, but the score is 2-1 Colorado. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
It's an epic weekend of sports, Denver.
Let's go!
The Nuggets and Timberwolves.
Get at me!
The Avs and Islanders.
The #1 team in the National Hockey League.
And the Broncos and Chiefs. We are going to be reacting with you all day tomorrow. Kaner kicks it off at 6 in the morning on a Rally House Football Monday. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane will be ranting at 7.
We got some outstanding stuff over the weekend to discuss.
And Adam Schefter jumps on at 9.
Just like we drew it up.
On Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like, pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood, in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
The only thing better than a cold, crisp, crushable beer? One that's certified carbon neutral, baby. Meet Mountain Time, the beer that makes it easy to look good, feel good, and do good for the planet. That's what we in the biz call a win-win-win. Plus, it's made by New Belgium, right here in our backyard. So I guess that's a win-win-win-win. So cheers to that. Mountain Time Lager, a proud partner of the Colorado Avalanche, and people who like to win-win-win-win while drinking a cold one.
The Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
10:43 to go in the third period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. Avalanche out shooting the Islanders 22-21, outscoring them 2-1. With engineer extraordinaire Alan Baca, Chris Mitchell producing, back in our NHL Tonight studios with Mark Bertinoli. I'm somebody else. And it's our pleasure to bring you the Avs and the Islanders, first of 2 meetings this season, around North America and around the world on the Altitude Sports Radio Network. Drury the face-off, left side of the ice, right side of Sorokin, won by the Islanders. Mayfield with it, can't clear the zone, knocked down Drury, down the boards. And it's knocked down out of midair by Parker Kelly. He lost an edge, gets the puck deep, and now lays a hit on Romanov. This is going to be offside as Shabanov was in a little bit too early. Play stops 10:27. They go in the third period. Avalanche get goals from Ross Colton and Victor Olofsson back in the second period. They lead 2-1. Don't miss the action as your Avs hit the ice against the Rangers November 20th. That's Thursday at 7 p.m. Get your tickets today at coloradoavalanche.com/tickets. The Centennial Bowl was tonight. Rangers and the Detroit Red Wings, both wearing their Centennial get-ups over their 100th seasons in the National Hockey League. Great photo was taken. There was a scrum at center ice towards the end of the game. When you have stopped driving, or have a second, see if you can find it. Avs have it. Natchez, McKinnon ahead for Lehkonen. Back for McKinnon. Overskated it. Islanders bounced off the near boards and sent it ahead. Speaking of skates, skates to stick for Shabanov. He'll get it behind the net. Sam Girard is there. He dispossesses. Now McKinnon looks ahead. McKinnon holding. Gets to the red line. He'll fire it in. Sorokin slows it up. He robbed Ross Colton earlier in this period. Past the halfway point of the third. 9:39, and Pelech will bounce it in. Devon Taves lost the stick. Burns will take over. Returns it for Taves. He didn't have his twig. Palmieri backdoor. It hit the backside of Burns. He kicks it for Colton, and he'll flip a backhand ahead for Brindley, who had his legs taken out from underneath him. Palmieri, the intercept at the Avalanche line. Palmieri turns in the forehand, leaves it, and it's shot from Bo Horvat is blocked. Palmieri has it back, blocked again, and a third time he puts it wide. Horvat, near side board, sends it towards the cage, blocked by Burns, goes to the corner, and Brock Nelson has had about enough of that. He'll ice the puck with 9:03 to go in the third period. Shots are 23-22 Avalanche. They lead 2-1. As we mentioned, they get the very rare 3 days off at home. A couple practice days and a rest day in there before they host the Islanders, and then another weekend back-to-back for the Avalanche. At Nashville Saturday, at Chicago on Sunday. Hawks beating the Toronto Maple Leafs last night. Find themselves in a playoff position right now to the Chicago Blackhawks. Shot towards the net, deflected. Glove save made by Wedgwood. That's very nice. He'll hang on. We'll take a timeout. 8:57 to go in the third. Avs 2, Islanders 1. This is the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
This song doesn't have a name, but if it did, it'd probably be something about togetherness, because it's a collaboration, not between pop stars and producers, but between music therapists and kids. Music therapy is a treatment that doesn't involve medication or needles, and it's been proven to help children manage pain and contribute to faster healing. So it shouldn't surprise you, it's our favorite song. And just one way we partner with you for a life well lived. Intermountain Health, the power of we.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Weekday mornings live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
It's the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Third period, Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the New York Islanders. Loud in here. Face-off won by New York. Barzell, far side circle. Tries to get a shot away, does. Pad save made by Wedgwood. Sam Girard stabs the puck loose, but it ends up on the stick of 18-year-old Matthew Schaefer at the far point. His feet down low is tipped out of play, and the faceoff will remain in the Avalanche zone with 8:45 to go in the third period. Colorado up 2-1. Schaefer turned 18 September 5th. And the oldest player in the NHL, in Burns, 40 years, 252 days, and the youngest player, Matthew Schaefer. Avs win the draw. Cale Makar behind his own net. Girard looking ahead, so he'll go backwards for Makar, who will reel it in. Now he'll just lay off and look for better options. Returns it to Girard. Gets to the red line, sends it in left to right, slowed up by Sorokin. Pellick settles the bouncing puck, crashing in is Marty Necas. McKinnon got low in the zone. Islanders able to bail it out towards center ice. Horvat gets to the puck, the former Canuck. Off the corner, Paul Mary gets there. Takes it to the near wing, back up top. Pollock a drive, save made Wedgwood. Rebound is there, and Wedgwood able to stop that too and cover it up ahead of Emil Heineman. 8:02 to go in the third period. Islanders out shooting the Avs, but the Avs outscoring the Islanders. Manson will go off. Taves and Malinsky will come on together. Landeskog, Olofsson, and Jack Drury. The third line sticks together as a trio, and Drury will take this left side face-off from the point of view Scott Wedgwood. Drury is 4-12 tonight, but he's had to go up against Barzell, who's red hot, and one of the league's best in Bo Horvat. Taves off the face-off win will sky it into the Islanders zone. Landeskog picks it up, tries to get it backdoor. Rolling puck is poked away by Sorokin at the last second. Now it's Drury all the way around. Malinsky holding, sends it back to Olofsson in the corner, works his way up the boards, now dumps it backhand for Drury. Turns on his forehand, plays it off the wall, trying to get a deep Pajot, got in the way. Olofsson kicks it loose. Olofsson again for Drury. Back for Olofsson. That's cut off by Pajot again. And he'll get it towards the red line. Stolen by Devon Taves. Taves near side circle for Landeskog. Landeskog throws it on target, and Sorokin has to make the stop. Mayfield bumped Landeskog into the net. Mayfield's in a bad mood tonight. And it almost landed on the back of his goaltender, which is dangerous. 7:24 to go in the third. Shots are 25 apiece. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead. They were down 1-0 after one. First time that they haven't scored a first period goal at home this season. And had 2 goals in the second from Colton and Olsen. Brock Nelson on the faceoff for Brindley. Near side half wall. Brindley goes to battle, gets a deep. Ross Colton is there. Throws a hit on Schaefer. Puck pops free. Barzell. Dispossessed for a moment by Brindley. Schaefer in there to assist. Hands it off. Islanders have it stolen by Ross Colton. One-touch pass. Burns. Sends it ahead. Brindley settles it down. Did he get a touch to it? Wow. I thought he did. Linesman disagrees. So did Ross Colton and Brock Nelson, who were there staring at it. 7:02 to go in the third. Icing on the Avalanche. They have a 2-1 lead. Brindley, by the way, 3 goals his last 4. A bit of +5 in that span coming into tonight. Islanders win the draw. High pressure from Brindley. On the end around, Manson stays with Barzell. Now it's a handoff for Schaefer. Gets a deep. Barzell has it taken away by Manson. Barzell works to get it back. Barzell, one hands it behind the net. Wraparound try. Save made. And Wedgwood makes another one. Avs can't clear the rebound. Barzell had a stick break. Brindley can't clear. Barzell got in his way. Duclair far side half wall. Puck is loose. Nelson tries to get away from pressure. Couldn't clear it. Ran into Brent Burns. And now Brindley down the boards. Ross Colton is going to outskate the icing. Colton behind the net looking for help. Colton, Colson is an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Have sent it back to the point, and it's all the way behind the net of Wedgwood. Got a smile out of Baca. Cale Makar pushes it ahead to the red line with speed into the Islanders zone. Makar towards the net, tried to tuck it in on Sorokin, who makes the stop and hangs on with 6:02 to go in the third period. Sometimes Cale Makar says, fine, I'll just do it myself. Took it from behind his own net, flew down the near boards, got below the dot, and tried to lift a wrister over the shoulder of Sorokin, who made the save. McKinnon, Lekin, and Natchez back out there with Makar and Taves. Pajot centers the third line for the Islanders. He'll take the draw against Nathan McKinnon and wins it. McKinnon able to get it back for Taves to the corner. Natchez intercepts along the half wall. Pellet got into his back. Now Natchez trying to get it down for McKinnon underneath his stick. And now the Islanders at the blue line will take it back into their own end. Holmstrom connects with Pelech. 5:40 to go in the third. 1-goal lead for the Avs. Holmstrom down the near flank. Holmstrom holding. Stick handles around Taves. Now back up top for Pelech. Took his eye off the puck. Couldn't get a shot away. Now he'll roll it deep. Landeskog leans into his man. Frees it up for Devon Taves. 3-on-2 for the Avalanche. Through center ice. Olofsson and Jack Drury. Drury's hauled down by Pelech. Olofsson centers it off a leg. Sam Girard tees up Landeskog. Takes the one-timer. Landeskog back up top for Girard. Leads it for Malinsky just off the bench. Malinsky shot towards the net. That ricochets wide. Pajot with it, and he'll flip a backhand down ice. Does it land on its edge? It does. Sam Girard skating at full speed. We'll earn an icing call with exactly 5 minutes to go in the third period, and the Avalanche up 2-1. Altitude TV providing that last replay. Drury tried to get to the loose puck, and he was grabbed by guess who? Scott Mayfield, and rodeoed down to the ice. Nelson the draw, right side of Sorokin. Won by the Islanders. He'll clear it into the glove of Malinsky. Settles it down for himself. Over for Girard, and he'll fire it around. Slowed up by Sorokin. Mayfield is there. Runs into Brindley. Brindley came away with the puck. Centers it. Nobody home. Brindley trying to track down Shabanov, as he axes it to the Avalanche line. Reeled back in by Gerard. Malinsky will bring it across center ice. Malinsky stick handling, maybe too much. Got away from him. Stolen back by Anders Lee as he flips it to the corner. Grinley looks over his shoulder. He'll take it into space. Right side circle, looking ahead. Leaves it now for Malinsky. And he connects with Josh Manson, who's just on the ice. Manson. Off the bench is Marty Necas. Working there with Arturi Lehkonen. Necas on his forehand. Tries to center it. No lane available, so he'll backhand it to the corner. Intercepted by the Islanders. Ricochet puck. McKinnon lets it go. Save made Sorokin. As Lehkonen was there, he's flung down to the ice by Romanov. Sorokin covers up, and we will take our final timeout. 4:05 to go in the third period in Denver. The Avs have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. Thanks for listening tonight to the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
Holidays just around the corner, family visits, cozy dinners. But before guests arrive, make sure your home is ready with my friends at Rock Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Hey, it's Moj, and their mission is to simplify your life. Whether it's keeping your air fresh, humidity balanced, or comfort levels just right, they're the best. And right now, 10% off whole home humidifier installation and $100 off air purifiers or UV system purchase. Don't wait. Schedule today at rockheating.com. That's ROCK heating.com. Rock, bringing comfort home and simplifying your life.
For Marty Necas, he's got room. He scores! It's a Marty party!
Build your perfect lineup with the Avalanche Hat Trick plan. Pick any 3 games at special prices with no fees, including some of the season's biggest matchups. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick. Don't wait. Create your plan now at coloradoavalanche.com/hat-trick.
If you could design healthcare from scratch, you want to build a system where doctors, pharmacists, and insurers don't work together, don't talk to each other, and don't even share records. You'd imagine something better, where everyone worked together on the same team, and your next doctor visit isn't across town, but often right down the hall. What if a place like this already existed? At Kaiser Permanente, all of your healthcare comes together to keep you healthier and make life easier. Kaiser Permanente, a better idea for healthcare.
You've got the Avalanche on the Altitude Sports Radio Network.
4:05 to go in the third period. Ball Arena, downtown Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche have a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. We invite you to tune in to the Ball Corporation postgame show following the game. Ball Corporation all in for the Avs. Aluminum all in. Face-off will be in the New York zone, right side of Sorokin. Lehkonen, McKinnon, Necas, Taves, McCarr. Miles win it off the glass, brought down by Lehkonen. Near side half wall, gave it away, able to get it back. Lehkonen for Necas off the toe of his stick. McCarr towards the net. That's hacked wide. Now Lehkonen behind the cage, and Nathan McKinnon turns on his forehand. Centers it for Necas, blocked, and it rolls back to Sorokin again. Necas takes a bump in the back as he skates away. 3:49 to go in the third. Shots are 27 each. Avs have a 2-1 lead over the New York Islanders, who have won 4 in a row. McKinnon back in for the draw against Jean-Gabriel Pajot. McKinnon 52%. And this one is in question, technically won by the Islanders, stuck against the near side boards. In the New York zone, McKinnon back up top, was handcuffed for a moment. Holmstrom comes away with it. This is knocked out of midair by Marty Necas. Goes right back to the Islanders, so play continues. Fired back in, Tave trying to hack it out and hit the elbow of McKinnon. He's a man of the people, but it's not the people's elbow. Necas up and into the penalty box. Worst penalty in hockey. That needs to change. Delay a game. Power play for the Islanders.
With 3:20. Delay of game.
So silly. There's no talk of it ever changing, so maybe I should just cork it. Necas is trying to lob it ahead for Arturi Lehkonen and doesn't miss by much in putting it into the penalty box. Again, into the bench, fine. Into the penalty box, not fine. It doesn't make sense. Face-off on the power play, right side of Wedgwood. 3:20 to go in the third. Islanders down by 1. Drury can't win it. Schaefer has it at the far point. Barzell again. Far side circle. Palmieri back for Barzell. Doesn't take the shot. Wants to line up Schaefer. Barzell keeps it himself. Good patience from Drury. Barzell again sweeps it deep. Palmieri back for Barzell. Scoots inside the far circle. Barzell had it poked away by Jack Drury. Schaefer picks up the loose puck. Horvat gets a return to him down low. Horvat out in front. Save made by Wedgwood. How does he do it? Palmieri was in the slot at the bumper. Took the one-timer, and Wedgwood made another outstanding stop. Just added to the list for Scott Wedgwood tonight. Quick puck movement. Threw it out front for Palmieri. And Wedgwood made a right pad save. And it sat right in front of him, and he covers up the rebound with 1:25 to go in Marty Natchez' delay of game minor. Face-off again, won by the Islanders. Nelson can't get to the loose puck. Schaefer down from the point. He's in the corner. Back up top for Jonathan Drouin. Schaefer, top of the circle now. They switch spots. Schaefer for Palmieri. Palmieri holds near side wall. As Drouin. Schaefer up top. Shot towards the net, blocked. Lehkonen clears the zone that came out. Schaefer trying to put it back in and make the argument that it did not leave the area. It did. I saw the space of the white ice from way up here. 2:18 to go in the third. 59 seconds to go in Natchez' minor. The Avalanche hanging on to a 2-1 lead. And face-off just a little bit further away from Scott Wedgwood, which is good. Timeout Islanders. Patrick Waugh takes his timeout. And it will be Nolan Pratt down from behind the bench. Avs defensive assistant in charge of the PK to give final instructions. Quick meeting for the Islanders. They're back out there. Sorokin is getting his skate worked on at the Islander bench. Question is, will he stay there or not? Offensive zone draw, maybe, but neutral zone draw means that he'll go back into his net. Horvat will take the face-off against Brock Nelson. Nelson has taken 24 face-offs tonight. He's only won 8 of them. Horvat wins this one. Pressure from Nelson as he gets it into the neutral zone, but it's brought back in by the Islanders. Now they have it set up again. There goes Sorokin. Net is empty. Avs just need to get the puck. Still shorthanded, though. 2-man advantage for the Islanders with 2 minutes left and 40 seconds to go on the power play. Palmieri, near side circle. Down to the hash marks and Horvat. Lee returns it to him. Horvat up top for Schaefer. Far circle. Barzell works down to the corner. Wants to center it. Barzell up top. Nelson blocked it. Tries to sweep it out of the zone. Stays in. Unlucky. Horvat all the way over for Barzell. Keeps it in on the backhand. Hacked at by Arturi Lehkonen. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Oh, what a save by Wedgwood! He did it on Horvat! Wedgwood is wonderful as Lehkonen pokes it back across the red line. 4 seconds to go on the power play. Barzell lost an edge. Taves creates some space. Hacked up but not out by Brock Nelson. McCarr can't clear the zone. Back down deep. McCarr kicks it loose. Power play is over. Comes free for Jack Drury. Tries to poke it loose. Natchez has the loose puck in an open net. Hands it off for Drury. Couldn't get it back to Natchez. Has too cute. Turnover here. Taves an open net. And it's gloved aside by Schaefer. Lee with it. Now for Bo Horvat. 53 seconds to go in regulation. Net is empty for the Islanders. Colorado a 2-1 lead. Sometimes you just got to put it into the net. Manson up into the gut. Far side, Palmieri digs it loose. A crowd gathers. McKinnon throws the hit. Now Natchez intercepts. He'll try it this time, you betcha! Learned his lesson. And Marty Nachos pours the deal for Colorado. It's a 2-goal lead with 34.8 seconds to go in the third. Nature's goals in 3 straight games, 4 in his last 6. It's only his 3rd goal ever versus the Islanders, but it's an important one. But the most important play of that sequence might have been the Scott Wedgwood save that kept it at 2-1, and now it's 3-1 Colorado with 30 seconds left. Here's Reed Saunders.
Goal! Scoring his 13th goal of the season, number 88, Martin Nature. Time of the goal, 19:25.
Burns gets a drop pass, tipped, score! Burns and Nelson combine to pour it on. And Brock Nelson, private eye, in his first game ever versus his former team, the team that drafted him, the team he grew up with, buys some insurance. And for the first time this season, has goals in back-to-back games to make it 4-1 Avalanche. Avs with a great forecheck. Landeskog for Parker Kelly. Burns let it go. And a slick little tip by Brock Nelson. 13 seconds left. Islanders will send it down deep. Manson will just keep it himself. Gets it back from Brent Burns. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Sound the horn. The Colorado Avalanche are the hottest team in the National Hockey League. 6 straight wins. They are undefeated on home ice. And they improved to 13-1-5 and are the first team in the league to 30 points this season. They get there in the same amount of time that the 2000-2001 team did, as they beat the New York Islanders by a final score of 4-1 and stopped their winning streak at 4 games. The Islanders scored first, but the Avalanche scored 4 in a row to continue to roll. Undefeated on home ice, and a big reason for that tonight was Scott Wedgwood. Don't be surprised when we bring you the 3 stars of the game in a moment if Scott Wedgwood is again number 1. And let's bring you those 3 stars now with public address announcer Reed Saunders.
Time now to announce tonight's 3 stars of the game, presented by Williams Jewelers and selected by our Colorado hockey coach of the game, Mark Cooper of the Colorado Rampage Hockey Association. The number 3 star from your Colorado Avalanche, 1 goal tonight, the game-winning goal for number 95, Victor Olofsson.